I'll fade away and classify myself as obsolete. I'll fade away and classify myself as obsolete. I'll fade away and classify myself as obsolete. I'll fade away and classify myself as obsolete.
What's up, everybody? You're listening to Roundtable Wrestling Radio for October 3rd, 2016. I'm Joe924. With me for Quiz Zero.
One and only the Byron that I didn't even have an upset stomach. Now I do, man. Thanks a lot. Man.
With us as well, from PH Michigan.
Well, Byron, that's simply because you are obsolete and we must delete. It's Sean Lathrop.
Yeah,
Got
from
shit off your hard drive.
the greatest city on earth.
Innocent, aka O.
And we did delete. We deleted Laura.
Yeah, she has been deleted.
Yeah, it's been deleted. So, what the hell was that?
That was the entrance at Bound for Glory for the Broken Hearties as they went to the Great War with Decay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The Great War that was majority pre-recorded. Just in case y'all didn't know that.
Well, 80% of it was, yeah.
Yeah, it was pre-recorded.
Hey,
Yo, Byron, once they got to the backstage, everything was pre-recorded. It was crazy.
That didn't make it bad. I mean,
Wait a second. So you had a pay-per-view that had pre-recorded shit?
Yes.
just like every WWE pay-per-view.
Really, Sean?
Yes, really, Byron.
You're gonna really bring that argument up?
I mean, what the hell did they freaking pre-record that I don't know about? Like,
Oh, do you
something
think they're like
that's
cutting
small.
promos in the
listen,
back?
Byron.
Like, do you think they're finding Stephanie McMahon talking to someone live
I'm
suddenly?
talking
But
about.
Byron, just say yes and just please.
Okay, Sean. Yes.
I've learned to not argue with just out there shit.
I will say the Great War, not just in mine. Bill Apter gave it a 5.6 out of 5. E-Wrestling News gave it an A+.
Oh,
And
wrestling.
We
And
talking
the
about
event
pay-per-view or
itself.
match?
No, the match. And the event itself.
Listen,
The event
I did
itself
imagine-
has been considered by myself and many others the second best pay-per-view post-draft era.
And those are all credible sources.
Yeah.
Bill
I
Apter
mean,
isn't
The
credible?
pay-per-view wasn't bad. It was actually a pretty good pay-per-view. But,
Yeah.
you know, the Delete and Decay match, it was cool until I saw Matt Hardy with fireballs in his hands and he's like throwing it like he was from Mortal Kombat. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, that's when it just, I don't know. It just
But
went
that's what I'm
overboard right
saying.
there.
Have you
That's
not been
exactly-
watching?
Bro, he had fireballs. Like, and he
I
was doing
understand.
like a chant. Like,
Okay.
There was the fireballs. They were fighting in the back of a truck while I was going down the highway. You actually saw cars driving by while they're fighting by the
exactly what I'm
highway.
saying.
Oh, wait a minute. You mean the thing that WCW did 20 years ago?
Yeah, except
okay.
it wasn't
But
as
this is
cool
exactly
when they
what
did
I'm
it.
saying. Look, check this out. This is exactly what I'm saying. Okay, we got the whole point of him doing that shit and everything, but when you continue doing it, you're just making it look more stupider and stupider.
And yet,
When you invite people from watching
people
you,
will be
It's getting more
carrying...
over and over, unfortunately.
Exactly. People
but you
carry
gotta-
signs to SmackDown that say delete. People are chanting. Triple H
His
has
character-
openly
No,
said
they
he
chanted,
wants.
no, they're chanting for the gimmick, not for the fireballs. And the,
Well, okay,
That's
okay, whoa, whoa.
What do you think the gimmick is?
Oh, Byron, what does it matter what they're chanting for? They're chanting for what Matt Hardy is doing.
It's his character,
No.
not the fucking
Okay,
I'm just picking the match. Bro.
What?
Listen, I had no problem
But
with
wait
the
a
match
minute, what
until the
kind of-
fireballs came out.
what kind of argument is that? They're happy about the gimmick. Yeah.
It's his character.
It's
the
over.
whole action thing. It's just,
It's
yeah, I know it's
over.
over.
Bro,
But I'm
listen,
talking
I had
about
It's the
watching
stupidest
match.
thing in the world right now, but it is over.
And amazing.
Watching him
that's-
flying in the air and he's flying across the fucking skies and shit.
Who's
and
flying
doing all
across
this-
the skies? This isn't Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. This is real life.
Really?
they had
With
a
fireballs?
return. Hold on, they had a return of the drone.
Wait,
Yo. It
wait.
made it so dramatic when
Vanguard
the drone
won.
came out.
Yes, it was
Wait a
so
minute,
awesome.
Wait a minute. You just said it's not Shawn Michaels flying at WrestleMania. This is real life. Did you
Yes,
just say that?
yes, I did.
Oh my God.
Nobody's flying in
Everybody has lost their
TNA.
fucking mind. I don't think we live in reality anymore, honestly. Like,
Listen, some of the parts of the match was cool. Like Biz talking about, "You're not beautiful. You're not beautiful." You know, that was great. You know,
honestly, oh, you cannot make fun of one aspect and then like others. Come on.
Bro, like I said, the match was going good until the fireballs came in his hand, and like he was gonna do a fatality for Mortal Kombat.
But don't you understand how
like,
ridiculous? Don't you understand how ridiculous you sound? The match was going fine until the fireballs.
Joey, it's like you telling your it's like telling people to come over your house and you saying, "Yo, this match is gonna be good." All of a sudden, you see Matt Hardy take out fireballs. He's talking to his drone in the middle of the ring.
He's not he has never talked to his drone in the middle of the ring. Always in the outside. The drone never enters the impact zone. He does not risk his life like that.
But the fact is, exactly. The fact of the matter is that there's a drone here.
And it's a drone. It has a name.
His name is Vanguard 1, and it is not a drone. It is a drone that has been inquired of the spirit that the 7 deities have given to him.
Oh my lord! And you're concerned about the fireballs.
Yes, that was the most unrealistic thing of the whole match. I mean, at least they really got drones in the world. I've never seen a human with fireballs in his hand and throwing it at you.
That's the most unrealistic thing.
Obviously,
not
you haven't been to Tijuana.
That's the most unrealistic thing. Not the fact that they have a bucket of water that just transforms Matt Hardy into Will-O-the-Wisp at a blink of an eye.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. That's right. 1 minute he's Jeff Hardy, and then like a half a second he's Willow with a mask. It was just crazy.
It's the lake of reincarnation.
Hey, you guys really expect me to fucking sit there and watch that weird shit on a fucking week?
I didn't know that was going to happen. I swear I didn't know.
Honestly, I thought it was going to be...
I get it. I got the whole fucking thing from in the beginning. But come on, man! Like how much more?
That's not true. You did not get the whole thing from the beginning. I didn't
get it from the beginning. Yeah, you're right. But I understood his character, what he was doing, and all that shit, and what got over is his fucking accent, his fucking character. Not
I feel like you're one
with fireballs and fucking talking to his drone and shit.
Unfortunately,
he looks stupid.
Okay, the drone talks back to him. Okay.
Does it?
Yes.
The drone talks back.
Yes.
Okay.
Like he kind of talks like that R2D2, and then you have the subtitles at the bottom, so it's not that weird.
Hold up, but I will say.
Wait. They have subtitles?
Yes, for the drone when he talks.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then wasn't it like Matt Hardy's wife? Somebody was having a conversation, like they understood everything that drone was saying.
Everybody understands what the drone says.
And Bill,
I will never invite nobody to my house to watch a TNA event ever. And say, hey,
again,
you gotta watch this.
That was the second best pay-per-view.
You have to watch the TNA event first.
It was the second best pay-per-view of the year, not of the year, post-draft era. After that draft.
I will say they had the crowd, though. That crowd was going crazy for them. They had like the loudest channel.
Yeah, even the Ring of Honor show on Friday did not have anywhere near as hot of a crowd as the TNA show.
Wait a minute, TNA fans were liking a TNA show?
Well, if you remember, the NXT guy who was talking crap and said he had to get drunk before going to the show was saying, holy crap, this thing is lit as fuck when he was seeing the show.
He must have been, like, really high or something. You know, can I just say, first of all, this is factual. Let's talk about facts for a second.
I can't believe I got all loud about this shit. Go ahead, man.
No, can I say for a second that these people didn't even know that they were gonna do a pay-per-view 24 hours before the fucking pay? I mean, what kind of shit? What kind of nonsense is that? Honestly, like that's
shit going on with that company is so fucking
the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Like ECW didn't even do that. Come on.
You know who's going through it the most right now is the people that are working and putting on the show.
Well, here's the thing. Actually, EC3 did talk about it post show after Bound for Glory. He cut kind of promo about it, and the more I hear about it, the more I hear the only person that was upset was James Storm for reasons unknown. But I'm going to cut this video of what
the reasons are very known.
Going back there.
Yeah,
but I'm going to cut the video real quick of what EC3 said after the show.
Real fast. All right, first off, Bobby Lashley's being pass off to him for kicking my ass and being the most dominant TNA World Heavyweight Champion of all time. Still hate him. I'll still beat him. But tonight just wasn't my night. Tonight belonged in unison to not only each and every one of you, but each and every member of that roster back there. It gives it its all, no matter the circumstances, no matter the noise, no matter the scuttlebutt, each and every man and woman back there I would go to war with any day of the week and die for, because they love this as much as I love this, as much as you love this. Yeah! Let it rip! Let's go! We live for that chant! We live for that noise! And thanks to you, we keep this going. Thanks to my friends in the back, we keep doing it for you. So thank you, thank them, F the noise, F the haters, F everybody! Without this!
Oh, can I say one thing? How come he didn't think the people with the backup generators that turned it on when the lights went out during Damien Sandow?
Wait. First of all, you cut off the part where EC3 said, and this is our last show. Goodbye.
No, he said, I'll see you tomorrow.
No, it was a joke, and then he ran out of the arena.
No, I mean, he really brought up a pretty decent point. We never hear, outside of James Storm, who left the company, anyone talk negative about TNA that are in TNA. The guys that are in TNA are extremely happy.
Gag order.
Or maybe they just have so much happiness of being there. They love being in TNA.
Or since 2007, since the show's been on, we've had every kind of TNA guy you can think of, and everybody has said that they hate the company. And
yeah, I remember when Magnus didn't say that. Jeff Jarrett didn't say that.
Magnus didn't say I hate, but Magnus said a lot.
Sean, I want to ask you a question, all right? Because you should probably know this. EC, what's his name? EC3?
Oh my God, he's been on the show. Stop it.
Ethan Carter the third.
I don't watch TNA, so you can't fucking fault
It's Ethan Carter the third.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
JC Carter's nephew.
Has he he's been paid by TNA on a monthly day, or he hasn't missed a payment at all, right?
It's been like one of their guys.
Yeah,
Okay, so
he's one of their
no
most
fucking-
important
he has
guys.
no problem. He has no way of. There's no need for him to fucking be mad about it if he's getting paid. You got
Exactly.
fucking Bobby Roode who didn't get paid, and what happened? to
Eric
him? You
Young, AJ Styles,
Magnus.
Magnus.
Hold on, wait,
Magnus.
Con Edison, because they lights turned off in the middle of the match with Damien Sandow. Just get that.
Universal Studios. The people that.
Yo, Byron, the lights went off, bro, when Damien Sandow had his guy in the headlock. Yo, it was freaking hilarious.
Once again, if you watch Impact, that's how it looks. I'm not joking. I'm serious. I'm saying that's how it looks every week on Impact.
Sometimes I feel like I come on this show and it just kind of goes with me saying, how, man, TNA is perhaps one of the hottest it's been in a while, and you guys responding.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah, we respond with facts.
Oh,
Sorry.
Conor McGregor, good one. I like that.
It's like Donald Trump talking, and then Hillary comes back with facts, and then Donald Trump is like, "What are you talking about?"
And then Hillary Clinton loses the presidency, so that's a terrible example.
Yeah, exactly. To a moron, because the morons rule the world who absolutely make up their own facts. That's the sad part. That's the sad part. That's the sad part.
Baby, you know just what tickles me.
That is the exact sadness of this country, is that he will follow a moron.
For him to come out and say everybody in the back is blah blah blah, he's talking for everybody.
It's true, man. I could guarantee you that most of that roster does not feel that way.
If I was working there and I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen tomorrow, you think I'm gonna be fucking okay there?
Imagine if you had a regular job, Byron, and you literally did not know from day to day whether you would go to work or not.
So for him to come out there and say
That's
all of us
crazy.
here are okay and happy and this and bullshit, man.
The only time you heard that was the end of days of WCW or the end of days of ECW. That was the only time people were like, we didn't really know what was gonna, become a company that's about to put on their WrestleMania.
Listen, I'm sure.
And it was a damn good show.
And I'm sure.
What the hell is that?
There, I have no idea. I'm sure everybody there wants the company to succeed, but how the fuck is it going to succeed if you're not even performing? But yeah, you're not even like Dixie Carter. Was supposed to mention something to the roster yesterday's taping, right? And she fucking didn't do it.
She didn't do it.
Why the fuck is she not fucking giving these guys an update?
If you're Dixie Carter, at least for morale purposes, say something.
Oh, she's keeping them in the
even if you're lying, but for morale purposes, man, we have on Sunday. Let's go out there, whatever. But come on, man, that's. I feel bad for the roster because that roster genuinely does bust their ass. That roster really does have talent, really, really good talent. You know, they have been putting on better shows for the last year, and you know, it's a shame. It's a shame because we really and they really don't know what's going to happen, and that's just you can't do things like that.
Okay, Dixie did hold a backstage meeting at TNA tapings. I'm right now looking into what she exactly said.
Said blah 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 blah. Oh yeah.
From what I'm seeing, it looks like she was there discussing many of the issues. Billy Corgan was there but did not speak, according to PW Insider. She was asked about rumors of WWE possibly buying out the company, and she acknowledged that WWE did want to purchase them, but stated she would not let that happen, but she could have. So WWE did offer, and she said no, essentially.
Yeah. That's a bold-faced lie.
How's that a bold-faced lie?
That's
Dixie knows that if she sells to the WWE, its a company will be shut down and library is it. So if you sell that
wait, but Sean, you're talking like Dixie cares about. Honestly,
fuck you people that I've spent my life with. Why? What do you mean?
No, I don't.
Dude, she's going really hard to keep this company open. I guarantee she does care. She does care about it.
No, I think she didn't like the offer. Is what I think.
No, she probably didn't like the offer because
If it was the right offer, she would have sold it in 2 seconds.
WWE is not offering them any kind of
Exactly.
big bucks. They're wasting-
You know how much they pay for WCW? $2 million. So
yeah, they're not paying.
they're not going to go for that.
Here
Yeah,
are some
they
of the other
already
things
said-
that were
they
brought up
already said-
in the meeting, including
They
another.
said, by the way, I think it was Meltzer, if I'm not mistaken, said that the company may be worth $4 million, maybe.
Oh yes, Dave Meltzer, the guy who said the company would be shut down in a week when it first started. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that guy.
Hold on.
I'm not saying that as giving Meltzer credit. I'm just saying who said it.
I'm saying Meltzer is just a guy I'm not gonna listen to.
Yeah, I first of all, I know most wrestling fans that do podcasts or things like this, they live and die on the word of Meltzer. I don't understand that personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Is TNA at this current state doing better than what WCW was doing in the ending of their
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Not
Because-
in ratings, not in.
No, I'm talking about
No,
everything.
no.
Ratings, merchandise, everything.
Merchandising,
everything.
they are doing better. They're not doing better than indie companies, but they are doing better. From what I understand, in the Bound for Glory thing, they did do better in pay-per-view buys in WCW Sin pay-per-view, which I believe was their last pay-per-view. And just to throw in some other thing,
Wait, they have the
WCW.
pay-per-views already for Bound for Glory? This Bound for Glory.
Yes. And
Takes
just to
you
add on,
like a month to get the figures.
and just to add on a little more interesting thing, WCW's last year, their world title changed hands, I believe, 22 times. 5 of them was being vacated in its last year.
Yeah, but they still had higher ratings.
Well, that's because it was on TNT. I mean, you're going to have higher ratings if you're on TNT versus the TV Guide network.
I don't care. I don't care if they're being broadcast on the moon. The point is, they had higher ratings.
That does matter. If you, yes, you're going to say TNA has, WCW is having higher ratings versus a wrestling show on a local TV station, and you say you don't care. It kind of is a big factor if not as many people can watch it on, let's say, WQV TV versus TNT.
Let me tell you something. If anybody knows what the how much they made for this pay-per-view, if it did good, it's because of the situation they were in, and people were so interested in seeing what.
I think a lot of people probably thought that, hey, I'm gonna order the last pay-per-view of TNA.
Yeah.
And I actually watched it. I actually watched it.
They were gonna see Vince come out.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
There's a lot of things that could have happened because there was word on. They only had like a few hours.
Let's be honest. It wasn't because of the card. It wasn't because people were like, I need to see.
Maybe one of the matches was because of the card.
A couple, but
barely. I really thought that I was gonna watch it and like Triple H was gonna come out or Vince McMahon. That's the only reason why I mainly watched it, to be honest with you.
Really? You really thought that?
I really did because they were saying that once this pay-per-view is over, this could be the last thing that they do. The rumors was going around.
They were saying that all week, and I don't know why. Because they even said over the weekend that they were going to be continuing on TV tapings, but there was other things brought up in the meeting. I was just going to hit these 3 real quick. Another issue that was brought up during the meeting was that some wrestlers complaining that their paychecks aren't on time. They are still getting paid, but not on time. That is made clear on this. And she is saying they are dealing with some late payments being made from other companies that owe them money as well, which is one of the reasons they were actually able to pay off for Bound for Glory in the TV tapings. Regarding Bound for Glory being canceled of last week, she said that the show was never going to be canceled. She doesn't know where those rumors came from, but she did admit the company was scrambling to make sure the event was going to happen. And Dixie also made it clear that she is still the majority owner, but admitted that there has been infighting and a power struggle among other owners of the company.
Oh wow!
While Billy Corgan standing there.
Yeah, she said it in front of Billy Corgan.
Wow.
Now, didn't I say that she had like power over that control over that company? So she has 70% control.
You know what it was, Byron? There was so many reports that said Billy was practically in charge, basically. Obviously, Meltzer and the rest of them were very inaccurate. But also, we don't know if Dixie's telling the truth either. So, I think it's a weird sentence to say it was never going to be canceled, but we were trying to make sure that it wasn't.
Yeah, that is true. That's almost like saying, we was going to get canceled.
Yeah, we was going to get
admitted.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a little weird sentence to say.
Also, I didn't really catch this during the backstage segment. Drew Galloway did say the line, the only reason why Billy Corgan is buying this company is because he gets Drew Galloway. So it looks like it's more.
Let me talk to you about that, because I saw on YouTube. I actually saw a video of him and Damian Sandow in the ring. All right, when Damian Sandow came out, and this guy was talking about how TNA is succeeding because of Drew Galloway and all this and that, and you see this guy Damian Sandow there. Nobody gives a shit about this guy.
Yeah,
there's
it's true.
Cheering for this guy. And
nobody, when he won the belt, nobody went crazy either.
Yeah,
I didn't even know he won the belt.
But to defend that a little bit, if you watch Impact on a consistent basis, that crowd is the worst crowd. And I'm talking even worse than WWE crowds, which are bad too. That crowd doesn't pop for almost anything. Cody Rhodes, I saw the Cody Rhodes video, and they hardly did anything for Cody Rhodes.
Exactly, but that's the same thing I was trying to tell you. Cody Rhodes is not the big deal like everybody's making it seem.
No, you're missing my point. It's not that Cody Rhodes is not a big deal or that Sandow sucks. It's the crowd. The crowd doesn't care either way. What I'm saying is that if that was a different crowd with a different company, might have been a different story. So I can't say that Damian Sandow sucks because of the crowd, because the crowd sucks.
Yeah, y'all expecting too much from Damian Sandow and Cody Rhodes, bro. Like, y'all really think that when they come out, the crowd is gonna really like, wow. Like,
but that crowd is
so happy,
man. That crowd hardly pops for anything. I'm talking about anything.
Well,
Moose,
they pop pretty hard for the.
Listen, hold up. At least they sung along with the Moose song. You know, that shows a little something.
A little bit, but
at least they went crazy when the Hardys came out. I mean,
they always pop for the Hardys.
That's the most over thing right now. But aside from that, that's about it. They don't go crazy for anything.
What I saw from the video that I saw, all right, when Damian was out there,
the video.
I wasn't listening him either. It's like he looked like the total opposite of a star he was in the. Even though he sucked because they didn't push him and this and that, he at least had some kind of. I don't know. You looked at him and he was somebody, regardless. When I see him out there in TNA, he shaved his beard. He has his panties on, his pink panties, whatever it is, and he's not. He doesn't.
So he's wearing the same gear. Okay.
He is wearing the same gear.
It's just, to me, he's not the same guy to me at all. I was trying to fucking understand what he's doing there.
But isn't that what you said that Ryback should do? Be a different guy?
He's not a different guy.
No, I'm talking about. But Sandow's trying to do something different.
Yeah, he needs to not do it different. He needs to remind everybody who he is.
And by the way, when you see them on a different show, people are into Sandow. Watch the independent shows that he goes to.
Culture? Independents, they're interested in any name that's notable.
But what I'm saying is that you cannot judge on that Impact crowd because that Impact crowd is horrible.
Like What Culture Pro Wrestling, they have Sandow as a common guy over there on their YouTube show. And they have other names on there, like Moose, like Jay Lethal, like Kurt
but
Angle. And you know what? They react to Sandow. So it is not Sandow's fault. I'm agreeing with Joey.
I'm telling you, I've watched Impact for the last month, and that crowd, that's the one thing I keep forgetting to mention, and I'm glad that I'm saying it now. I was going to say for any match that went on, whether it was the women who tore it down, Bobby Lashley, whatever came up, even the press conference, that Bobby Lashley, I thought, killed it. No reaction for anything, for nothing. So when Cody Rhodes comes out there, I'm like, yeah, the crowd is reacting the way TNA crowds were reacting.
Now, what I was trying to tell you also is
brown
that
cow.
I even know I couldn't even mute the fans, and I just saw him in a different light. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's because it's TNA. I don't know
because the lights aren't on.
Right?
Yeah,
But here's another thing. I did see the Cody Rhodes thing. And I didn't like it either.
Yeah, I didn't like it either. I like his gear though.
The fact that he came out with his wife made him look stupid.
Why does that make him look stupid?
That's my perspective.
Yeah, please.
Because it kind of held him down to.
You know what it is? There's no fire behind them. You know, they come out regular, like they've been there for years. Like there's no fire. There was no running. You know, Cody Rhodes should just like.
You want him to go out there?
I don't know.
Not just come out like.
I don't know.
Yes, he should have went all Ultimate Warrior and just shook the ropes like, oh, I'm here in TNA.
You telling me when Cody Rhodes came out, that was exciting? Like the way he came out, just came out mad methodical with his girlfriend. Just
I guarantee you would have looked at it differently if the crowd would have been different.
Yeah.
No, but Joey, you get what I'm saying.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Like AJ Styles didn't run out there during the Royal Rumble, but you know what? The crowd reacted hot as hell.
And this is the thing. The crowd was actually chanting for Cody before he came out. When he came out, they stopped. Like,
yeah,
they
exactly.
They were like, okay, we got what we wanted. Now we don't care no more.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. But I'm telling you that crowd is horrible, man.
I honestly believe his girl, because I felt the same way when I saw his girl come out with him. She has no need to be next to this guy right now at this point. And on top of that, she botched the move while she was in there. She held the girl fucking head up or whatever the fuck it was, and she was like, where are we going?
Just to say in her defense, she just started training, and in all honesty,
she hasn't really wrestled.
So why put her in that particular?
That's
in the middle.
That's
knowing what the fuck to do.
That's TNA.
I didn't notice the botch, man. I didn't notice that. That's fucked up.
And you're gonna see how fucking ridiculous that Cody Rhodes is standing there with the other guy, watching their girls.
Who's the other guy?
Mike Bennett.
Yeah.
The Miracle.
Anyways, and they're both watching these girls doing what? They kind of I don't know what it was. I don't think his girl should have been there.
Okay, so getting off the entire fact that Byron doesn't like women, do you not do you at least admit that you like the fact that we see a battle of Cody Rhodes versus Mike Bennett?
I guess you're not on his Facebook because Byron likes women.
Well, how do you feel about Cody Rhodes versus Mike Bennett? I mean, that's the feud they're going to be starting this off with him.
Yeah, that's what we care about.
If they have, I'm sorry to say, but I actually agree with Byron on this.
I'm not excited for this feud. I'm not excited for Cody Rhodes, period.
I think what happened was two things. Number one, his wife started training. She should not have been in physical combat. Number two, Cody Rhodes is Cody Rhodes. He's the star. For more common fans, he's the star, not his wife. His wife was a announcer, right, or something like that.
Ring announcer.
Yeah, so I think this is also another fact. She did sign before he did. So, obviously they want to bring them in as a pair, but Cody should have been in there by himself.
I don't know if it's necessarily they want to bring her in as a pair, but it might be the same situation with Maria Kanellis and Mike Bennett. If you're going to sign one, you got to sign us both.
That's exactly what I was going to say, and that's exactly what happened. They came in as a pair. They're doing everything together, and also Mike Bennett has Maria. So,
but in reality, my whole point is Mike Bennett and Cody Rhodes is what we wanted to see, not his girlfriend lock up and botch a move with this girl in the middle of the ring.
Yeah,
it just looked weird, man. It just looked fucking weird, and it threw everything off.
It did, because the theme song was all about Cody, and then he comes out with his wife, but I get it because Maria was in there, so Cody had his girl. So I get that part.
But to me, honestly, it backfired.
But in all honesty, number one, they should not have had Cody debut like that. That's just number one. If I was to sign Cody, I would not have debuted him like that. I would have done something better. But
and also, in fairness, regarding the Maria Kanellis thing, she's had,
I like
which
Cody.
is really well. Let's calm down.
I love Cody Rhodes.
What does that have to do with? Anyways, Maria Kanellis, she's only had a handful of matches, considering she's been quote unquote
That's okay.
wrestling.
She looks good.
Yeah,
Okay.
honestly.
So
Yeah,
I
she's
guess
like-
Brandy Rhodes just looks like a pile of crud.
Yeah, she
what
looks
happened?
good.
she looks good too, but you know,
Oh,
but not yet.
But come
Oh,
on,
we do.
Sean,
Okay, we do have some
understand-
more information about who was able to help fund TNA for Bound for Glory.
Oh boy.
You say, "Oh boy," but then you
so
laugh.
Awesome, that'd be true. That would be great if it was true. Then again, you know, my world shattered when I found out he wasn't a millionaire.
Yo, his son is doing a lot of good things from what I saw.
Which one?
They said where not Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase's son.
Yeah.
And where are they now? I think they had a
Yeah.
little segment and he's
Yeah.
doing a lot of things, man. A lot of positive things, which is pretty cool.
That's good.
He's still young too, man. It sucks that it didn't work out for him, man.
I really thought that he was going to be the guy.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember.
He just really couldn't get the grasp of the mic. I felt like you compare what Cody Rhodes could do, everything got over with him. With Ted, it was just, I'm
mic.
going to be the Marine, yay, and that's about it.
He had the look. He could wrestle. It's just that when he
had no
on that
personality
mic,
and no swag.
yeah,
Exactly.
He wasn't with Cody Rhodes. I saw Cody Rhodes from the get-go, man. That ever since he came out at that Hall of Fame and he gave that speech about his dad, before he even got into that, I was like, this guy can fucking talk, man.
Yeah.
He was out there just he wasn't shy about being up there. He just went and
Ted
said what he needed to say.
DiBiase Jr. And Curtis Axel both had the same problem. They weren't their fathers.
And one of them is balding already, which is
Already.
Which one?
Like how
Both?
is it that your father's a $1 million man who had so much swag, who had so much personality, and Mr. Perfect who had so much swag and personality?
It's that
Probably-
DNA.
It's probably skip generations, you know? That happens.
Yeah, I mean, look at Bray Wyatt and Bo
Yeah.
Dallas compared to IRS.
I would think my opinion about a father-son situation is that whatever the father, especially if he was really famous, I always think like, well, the son is going to take it to another level because he has the father's experience and now has his own experience.
And when they don't take it to that level, then it's like, okay,
Exactly.
why are you here?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
well, not
you should be taking it to the next level, man.
Well, not everyone's the Manning family, so what do you want?
I know, but look at Eddie Guerrero. Look, there's a lot of examples. Rey Mysterio, Chavo even got rubbed off. A little piece. I don't know. There's a lot more examples. I think the Usos are a good example. By the way, before we move on, now that you mentioned personality, I gotta say, Jack Swagger.
oh my god.
Wow.
Jack Swagger. I like Jack Swagger. I think he's a hell of a wrestler. He's a legitimate wrestler. But he absolutely is a guy that needs someone to be with him because he does not.
Hold on, and Baron Bolden don't? Did you hear Baron Bolden's promo today? It was horrible.
But you know why I say Jack and not Baron? Because I don't care about Baron.
It's true.
Well,
Can I tell you something?
But they're both
This is
feuding,
me-
I know.
This is me being excited. I got ready for SmackDown. I got my food ready. I got my juice, everything. I got ready. And the first thing I see is Bray Wyatt. Cool. Yes, all right. I'm pumped. And who the fuck comes out next? Kane. I'm like, are you
Man.
fucking kidding me? This is how you're gonna start fucking SmackDown? Okay,
Well,
I know. And by the way, after, in my opinion, one of the best Raws that they've done since the draft last night. I thought Raw was excellent last night.
Now check this out. Then you have fucking this guy Corbin, the guy who's balding, and he's in the feud with fucking Jack Swagger. Like I don't even give a shit about Jack Swagger anymore. He's lost so much potential. He doesn't have his guy no more.
And then Baron Corbin with his threatening
He brutally fucking
with
made
his
him like a jobber from on Raw.
Hold on, please. Can we talk about this? Speaking of jobbers, man, how they buried Dolph Ziggler like the way they did today, man. I actually was looking at the TV and just felt bad for the dude, man. Like they really downgraded him, man. That's
Wait,
fucked
you
up.
felt that way?
Yeah, I really did, man. They buried him, man. Like, did you see it? Did you fucking listen to the video?
I did,
what they were saying, and then they kept playing the clips of the Spirit Squad, and it was bad.
That's
man.
something that the Miz would totally do.
No, but it was bad. If this is Dolph Ziggler's last match, this is not a way to go out, man. This is not a way to treat the guy.
Yeah,
man.
because they treated him well so much.
No, but come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just see what they're saying.
Yeah, did you not see the video?
Yo, bro.
That's how they treated him pretty much since he's got there. You know, like it's not
No,
surprising.
it was the wording. What did they say? The story of the guy who kept losing
Oh
something
no,
like
the success story of a failure.
Oh, come on, man. Like, kick the man while he's down, bro. And then when the Spirit Squad came out, I thought it was absolutely hilarious.
I do
though.
get this.
Since I was a kid.
But
but
why would I like my whole SmackDown experience was a letdown.
we just won't play it.
Swagger,
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying it was just a big letdown because I was really pumped to watch
I
SmackDown.
walked into
Wait,
practice going, where are the ropes? Because this is what I wanted to do.
What is that? She sprayed him with something.
Dolph Ziggler's had chance after chance. You got a history of losing.
When you talk about Dolph Ziggler, you talking about old news.
Bro, yo, let me tell y'all something. I don't know what event it was, but Jerry Lawler was making fun of Dolph Ziggler. And he said that the day that he caught a heart attack, he beat Dolph Ziggler. That basically he had one foot in the grave and he still beat Dolph Ziggler. Like, come on, man. Like, that is horrible, yo.
Someday,
That is just the way he's talking about him, man.
Yeah, that is awesome though to say.
WWE superstar that attempted the insurmountable.
Hi. I'm Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler.
Hey! Dolph Ziggler! You're Dolph Ziggler!
From an unmemorable debut
Kerwin White, his new caddy. You know, caddies are always the unsung heroes of golf.
to a spirited struggle for attention.
We are the Spirit Squad. Ready? Okay. We're gonna kick their butts, so stand up and cheer.
Who fought through humiliation after humiliation after humiliation. To make it to the top of sports entertainment for only 10 minutes.
Wow.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, bro. Like, that whole video just made Dolph Ziggler look more worse than when he looked the last year and a half, man.
Yeah, but I think he's not re-signing. I think he's already said that.
Well,
I think they're trying to negotiate with him to stay still, but I don't think he's re-signing.
Well, that's the thing.
Wait, how is he? Wait, how is he negotiating when he's just resigned? Wasn't
Yeah, his contract
Oh,
is
I
still
heard
going
his
for another
contract is-
year. The thing is, from what I understand with Dolph, is that he might lose the next match just so he can take some time off and might come back. Some rumors are speculating as him, Jack Swagger, and Shelton Benjamin as a Shoot Nation kind of wrestling faction.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Well, they gotta do something. Listen, I'm open-minded to that, man, because honestly, I don't think there's nothing else you can do with Dolph Ziggler. The guy is acting like Shawn Michaels, but he's losing like Marty Jannetty. So it's just, you might as well do something.
That is the best statement I've ever heard.
Yeah,
regarding
he thinks he's Shawn Michaels, but he really is Marty Jannetty.
Yo, I'm telling you, like, you gotta do something.
Actually, if I was the Miz, that's the line I would have said.
Exactly, right? Cut his hair, do something, man. Dye it back to black.
You know, just like Byron said about Jack Swagger, too late. I don't care.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing you can do for these guys. They buried these guys so bad.
And by the way,
I don't care.
and by the way, how fucked up is it that the company that made you do all that shit is blaming you for all that shit? like a horrible debut, a terrible this. You mean the stuff that you gave me? The stuff that you wrote for me? Is that the stuff you're talking about? Like, wow.
Hey, look at Sandow. He got the worst things in the world and got it over. Dolph Ziggler got kissing an ass, being a cheerleader, being a caddy, having crap poured all over him, getting slimed, dressing like a female cheerleader. God, what else has ruined his life?
I'm not the only one that was excited about the Spirit Squad.
But I'm wondering, I think it's on everybody's mind. What the fuck did he do that he's rubbed somebody the wrong way in the back that they don't want to push this guy at all?
Maybe it's
whatsoever.
because it's past his time now.
No, it's not that. I believe he did something to somebody, and they have some kind of bitter thing.
It has to be, man.
Sure.
Because this guy could go. He can go in that ring.
But the crowd doesn't react. I mean, the crowd cares more about The Miz retiring him than Dolph Ziggler fighting for his career.
Because he fucking sucks now. Because
that's my point.
Yeah, but that's WWE that did that. That's not
what I'm
Dolph Ziggler.
saying. The WWE is the one that did all that shit. That's not his fault.
Horrible, man. Horrible. And you know what's messed up about it? His losing streak really, hit up when he eliminated everybody in the Survivor Series.
Yeah.
So he eliminates everybody in the Survivor Series, and in like 2 or 3 weeks, his losing streak just happens. Like, what was the point? Like, I just don't get it.
That's around that period is where he pissed somebody off.
Maybe they feared that. Maybe Triple H feared that he's going to be more over than Shawn Michaels. He was afraid of that. Maybe and just said, "Hey, no."
These are some of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life.
Back then, but I don't think back then he was acting like Shawn Michaels.
Yeah,
but he was actually Dolph Ziggler.
It might be dumb, but that's how WWE operates.
No, I don't think it was a situation where Dolph Ziggler pissed somebody off. Let's immediately start burying him. I think it was just that the crowd didn't care.
No.
Shawn,
the crowd hasn't cared about Dolph Ziggler since he got concussed and lost the match.
Ziggler.
Yeah, but
by the way, 2 weeks ago you were arguing with us and saying that the crowd does care about Ziggler. So which is it?
What the hell are you talking about? The crowd doesn't care about.
Exactly. I'm saying 2 weeks ago.
Okay, I've been a Miz guy for a while.
Arguing with us about the fact
about jobbing. You jobbed them out to the point where the crowd don't care. It happened to the Dudleys. Did the same thing. They had a monster pop. They jobbed them out every week, and they didn't care towards the ending. That's the way it is.
Yeah,
okay, right now I am looking.
So
right now I am looking at his career, Dolph Ziggler's career after the Survivor Series, and I will get right back to you right when I find out where he pretty much started his entire losing streak. And
after fucking Survivor Series.
It was like
no, it wasn't after Survivor Series.
Actually,
yeah, it was a little bit after Survivor Series.
Well, actually, he was on a losing streak, but then for whatever reason.
Yeah, but it wasn't as bad as now, though.
Yeah, it wasn't.
This is a losing streak to the 10th power.
Okay, he had a match with. Okay.
I think they just kept fucking with him, man. And then they say, you know what, fuck it, I don't care no more. Let's just bury him completely. Make him go out there and give his little whiny speeches, which is so fucking annoying.
Yeah, at this point.
So fucking annoying, man. I'm telling you now, I'm gonna win.
And now, and by the way, now he's doing the John Cena stuff where he's talking about the kids and all that. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah.
He's like, somebody save me, little boy, buy my shirt.
Oh god, he's like, I'm not the hero, you're the hero. Shut the hell up, dude.
But the most annoying to me is just him whining and yelling into that mic. That's the worst for me to hear.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm telling you now.
Don't make me slap you.
Give me another chance, miss. I know I could beat you next time.
That is horrible.
So wasn't that Christian's thing? Just one more match?
Yeah, but at least it was cool when he did it, though. I mean,
yeah, it was obviously, yeah.
There we go. So it looks like Dolph Ziggler, once 2015 started, I guess you would say his career pretty much started taking a downturn because of. Okay, that's April. God damn it! Why doesn't it just load all?
You know who else was in that match with Dolph Ziggler at Survivor Series that probably gave him the worst rub?
Okay, I see it. Pretty much the feud that started ruining Dolph Ziggler was Bad News Barrett.
Really?
Yeah. After Bad News Barrett, that's where Dolph Ziggler pretty much just started disappearing.
I was gonna say that the person in that match was Sting. And Sting's career obviously didn't take off from the Survivor Series. As a matter of fact, Survivor Series seemed to doom a lot of people that night.
Yeah, it was after the Intercontinental feud with Bad News Barrett. Then he did the Kiss My Ass feud with Sheamus. And
oh, God.
I remember that. Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah, so you're really catching on why things pretty much just started going down with Dolph Ziggler.
No, I already caught on.
About when?
He did something. He did something because Survivor Series was like, wow. I was like, whoa, they're gonna push Dolph Ziggler finally. Everybody was into him that night. He was the sole survivor. And
We're always lobbying for him. It's not like they did it, but it's just the fact that I think it's way too much now to the point where nobody gives a shit now.
Yeah.
And everybody's just lost.
You can't turn the car around. You can't turn the car around.
You can't at all. No fucking way you can do it now.
You can't.
It's like I told you, like when you see Swagger out there, nobody cares, and nobody's gonna care either. At this point,
Not as long as he's feuded with Baron Corbin.
even if you feud with fucking Brock Lesnar.
I wouldn't mind seeing that because they could both wrestle.
Yeah, but you know what? Who's really gonna win that? You know,
Well,
I don't. So there's really no point. I don't think Brock's saying, "Yeah, throw me around a couple."
I came to change the world. Come on. Sorry, I had to sing that song. That's gonna be the last time we hear that song. I'm telling you, he's gonna lose on Sunday, man. Is
the pay-per-view Sunday?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I'm not ready.
That Bound for Glory.
You're not excited for the whole Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton feud? Which, by the way, I'm already tired of it. This backstage skits that they're doing is just, it's not working for me no more. And to be honest with you, is it me or Bray Wyatt's character is getting stale little by little?
Again, I think it's the stuff that they have him doing.
I don't think so. I don't see Bray Wyatt having any issues right now.
Yeah, he's getting a little stale.
He's been stale.
No, but he's getting more stale. The promos is not as sharp as it once was.
Well, they just gotta have somebody. They gotta have something for him. That's the problem. Now he's feuding with Randy. I mean, you gotta get more guys. They gotta get more guys.
I don't know, man.
Well, speaking of more guys, they do have Kurt Hawkins debuting at No Mercy.
That's gonna make a big change.
Yeah, that's gonna be ratings. Just like Jinder Mahal did, you know.
Well, Jinder wasn't supposed to be ratings. He was supposed to be signed as a guy to just lose. But Kurt Hawkins, they're doing promo videos of him coming back, and it's just
from Jinder Mahal's standpoint, why would you sign for that? I don't
think he was making a lot of
money.
Paying
him a lot of money. I mean,
probably more than the Indies because Jinder went nowhere. Nobody was looking for Jinder Mahal like a Drew Galloway or a Kurt Hawkins was.
But why was WWE looking for Jinder Mahal?
Exactly.
That makes
I really don't think WWE was looking for Ginger Boy. They probably bumped into him in like backstage somewhere. Like, hey, you know what? Let me resign you, man. We need somebody to lose. I don't think they looked for him.
You know what? You look like a jobber. Sign this man.
I used to.
You could be the next Dolph Ziggler.
What do you mean? He was part of the 3MB. What?
The who?
Jobbers. Yeah, sign him.
Let's put it this way. Jinder Mahal's beginning career was feuding with the great Khali because he was married to Khali's wife.
Was he?
That was the feud.
Oh, sister.
And that as long as great Khali did whatever Jinder Mahal did, he wouldn't beat his wife.
Wow.
That's how you're starting the Jinder Mahal.
That shit sound horrible, man.
Right there.
Wasn't Jinder Mahal? Wasn't he brought in to be like Great Khali's cousin or something like that?
Oh no! Like I said, Jinder Mahal was the brother-in-law of the Great Khali.
Oh, the brother-in-law. Yeah. That's horrible.
It was terrible.
Well, that's why I said, like, Raw, in my opinion, you know, with the Sheamus and Cesaro, with Owens and Jericho, with the women, I think it's way better than SmackDown, man.
And you know what's sad about that? If you compare Cesaro and Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro had a similar path. He was losing a lot at one time, and the crowd never gave up on him. Yeah. Compared to Dolph Ziggler, where they just like, okay.
Yeah, but the difference with Dolph Ziggler is they've been doing that for years. I think before freaking Cesaro came in, they've been doing this shit with Ziggler.
Speaking of Cesaro, one of the big things regarding what's going on with him is that there's talks that the reason him and Sheamus are tag teaming is they don't want to push him, but they don't want to make him look useless either. Because his contract is coming up, and they don't know if he's going to re-sign with the WWE.
Yeah,
he's not going to sign with Raw.
No, his contract.
Real life.
Period.
But should he though? Like, should he? Like, you know, if he resigns, what are they going to do different? I'm pretty sure it's going to go right back to him losing, and I don't know.
No, you know what? It's definitely going to be the same thing that they do with Ziggler. The same shit. I don't see them really taking any steps forward for Cesaro.
And I don't get it because I always thought like Cesaro would be a Vince guy. You know, he's big, he's powerful, he's strong, he could get it done in the ring. Like weird thing.
But the big thing is, he's not very young looking, which is one of the reasons Jerry Lawler was taken off Raw, because he doesn't look young anymore.
But do people? I mean, but that's so stupid though. Like, do people care about what the commentators look like? I mean,
like they got Brian Kendrick who's looking older. You know, you got all these people looking older, and they.
But commentators though, I'm talking about commentators. Mm-hmm. Why would we care about what the commentators look like? I'm gonna watch Raw because there's young commentators. Like what? That would never cross my mind.
Like, let's take out old Jerry Lawler and put in horrible fucking that lawyer guy, whatever his fucking name is. Yeah,
David Otunga.
Yeah, David Otunga.
He's young. You know, that makes sense.
He's horrible. Like,
yeah.
I'd rather have somebody who's better, on the announce table than
anytime
somebody who's younger.
Anytime you're hearing Morrow and David Otunga calling, it's like, he could tap out at any moment. He could tap out. David Otunga. Yeah, this does not look good for John Cena.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he got that little accent. Yeah, you're right about that.
It's terrible that like you got one guy calling it like it's pro wrestling and the other guy calling it like it's golf.
Well, look at the way he dresses. Got a fucking bow tie on. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, I grew up with announcers that were like older and men. You know, like I never thought.
Yeah, that's true. Like the Gordon Solys.
Yeah,
Gorilla Monsoons.
Monsoon and Jesse Ventura, Mean Gene. I never once said, you know what? I wish we had some younger commentators.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that never popped into my fucking head. Like, man, I can't stand this because these guys are old.
I want to shift gears for a minute. I want to ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Is it me or it just seems like WWE is really preparing Brian Kendrick to be the new Cruiserweight champion? I don't think it's working out with TJ Parkins, and I really think that they're going to give it to Brian Kendrick, man. Brian Kendrick promos is on point. They're giving him a little bit more, no airtime. I don't know, man. I think the TJ Perkins ship has sailed.
And we're already hearing that WWE isn't high on Perkins because one of the reasons I guess crowds liked him to begin with is because he told his life story of how he grew up homeless, and WWE doesn't like that because he's getting this sympathy vote versus the people actually liking him.
And that's messed up. How you're gonna lose to the guy who used to pick you up from the trash can when you used to sleep homeless, you know?
Right. Which is even more ridiculous that
the guy that used to pick you up from the streets is gonna beat you for the belt.
Perkins, WWE's pissed off with Perkins because he's talked about how he grew up homeless. They have Austin screaming at Dean Ambrose saying, "You lived in public housing. How can you be happy?" What the hell's wrong with this company?
Okay, I can't believe that though. I really cannot believe that. First of all, we talked about this last week. A lot of people probably didn't watch that Cruiserweight Classic thing.
Well, no, he says it in his promos too.
Oh,
it's not like he only did it during the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah, but don't they clear those promos?
Bro,
I would imagine so.
But that's a stupid thing that you clear the promo about him talking about that, and then you get mad about him talking. Come on, man. That's retardedness. Honestly, that's just
and for all we know, it could be a situation of, well, I'm going to talk about life. Okay, go talk about your life. I was homeless. Don't talk about being homeless.
I don't.
At least get into detail what you did when you was homeless. What did you eat? You know
he probably did. I just never looked into it more.
Garbage and also garbage. I can't see WWE being upset that he mentioned that he. Come on, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Yeah, he's about to lose the 37-year-old Brian Kendrick. How do I know he's 37? Because they remind me every 5 minutes.
By the way, I would never have known that Brian Kendrick was 37 because I don't really make it a practice of checking people's ages.
Yo, WWE wants you to know, man. They need for you to know because they mention that shit every chance they get. But they won't mention the fact that AJ Styles was 38 or 39. They ain't gonna mention that though.
No. But he still looks young though. I mean, it's just the beat he has that makes him look good. But he still looks young.
But that should not be an issue. As long as you can go, don't bring it up. You know, like I don't understand. That's like when they announce the women, they don't ever say their weight. You know, we should.
That size is 30C double 4.
Let's start mentioning their weight. You know, let's treat them like the men.
Oh, they do mention Nia Jax's weight.
Yep.
They do?
Yeah, they say that she weighs 272 pounds when she comes out.
Wow.
Man, she's really 272. How tall is she?
6 feet.
Yeah, but they have to say it because she's a fucking gorilla. That's
And now I'm looking at
Speaking of big fat gorilla, man, Awesome Khan, man, she fucking trimmed the fuck down. It looks a lot like older. Have you seen?
Holy
did you see her
crap! Did you
About
just
Story?
say let's talk about a gorilla, and then brought up Awesome Khan?
No, I said speaking.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah, that's different. When you say speaking,
Listen, I'm not trying to call her a gorilla, but did you see how much weight that she lost and how older she looks?
Who the fuck is that
She
guy?
she doesn't look as intimidating no more, man.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna tell you. That's what made her is her fucking weight, man.
Yeah,
if you
that's-
lose that, what are you gonna have
She's
then?
trying
I
to look
mean,
all
it's
sexy.
yeah, I don't know. Actually, she might have done it for a little thing called health, but yeah, let's fuck that. Let's let's keep her fat and also with diseases.
She needs to be fat so she can be Awesome Khan.
career pattern.
And she'll also die in a couple of years.
It's okay. As long as she entertains us, the fans, it's fine.
I'm surprised they're not attacking Nina for her weight.
Who?
Nina's overweight.
She actually weighs the same amount as Nia Jax now. So
No, I'm saying I'm surprised WWE's not pressuring Nina to like at least drop a couple of
who the hell's
So it's
Nina?
just the way she is.
Nia.
big.
Whatever.
Whatever. I mean.
Okay,
How much she weighed? What was it?
272.
270. That's pretty fucking huge.
Yeah. That's a big girl there.
Thank you, Byron.
That is a.
But you know what? If she didn't have that, she would just be another regular girl wrestler. That's what actually, makes her stand out is her weight.
Yeah, but I'm sure that cannot be healthy.
It's
No.
her weight issue. Yeah. No, it's not healthy. Of course not. You can't tell from the back to her front. That when you can't tell from the back to her front, that's definitely not healthy.
You mean she's got front back?
You just can't tell what the hell she's going on.
She's got ass front. Yeah, I mean, but let me just say something about Jericho, man, who's doing, I think, the best work of his life.
That guy,
Yesterday, he was just outstanding with Ashton Kutcher and that whole deal in the back, and then, of course, putting everybody on the list. And then when he mentioned that he, to be a tag team, and then Owens was like, I don't really think I should be a tag team. And then he was like, well, I could go after your title. He's like, you know what? That is a great idea. Let's be a tag team.
And I would not mind Chris Jericho becoming that champion, man. I
Yeah.
really would. He's over, and the crowd popped.
Yeah,
glad you mentioned it. I'm glad you mentioned it.
that's where it's going. That's for sure.
No, but I like it, but I also hate it because you're gonna turn him into a face, and he's such a better fucking fit being the heel. This is why we're enjoying.
You already know what's gonna
Mhm.
happen. He's gonna turn face, and he's gonna get corny, and it's gonna be.
He's not. Look, it's cool to have him face, but he's just way too better. This is why we're enjoying him now because he's being this heel,
Oh,
and he's just good at that shit. Man.
that's where it's going.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks like that. But I knew it was gonna happen eventually because they were being best friends and shit. Eventually, that's just gonna come to a collision. So,
Yeah.
it's a
And
good
also last night, the main event of Raw was Sasha Banks and Charlotte
enjoyed it.
killing
I
it.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Tell Laura I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that corkscrew on Moonsault was wicked, man.
Yeah.
That shit was wicked. I actually felt fucking scared for Charlotte when she landed, man. But she landed perfectly. That was a good match.
Charlotte's amazing, man.
But how bad is it that you have only these two girl wrestlers on Raw? That's it. Like really, like who else?
Well,
do you really
Bayley.
have? Oh, and let me tell you something about Bayley. Bayley is cool on NXT. She got really open and everything, but now I'm looking at her on Raw and she's annoying the hell out of me.
Okay,
I told y'all she's annoying, and the crowd don't even pop for her like that. She's whack, man. Come on.
She's not whack.
She's annoying.
No, this is.
No, that's not breaking news.
This is kind of breaking news. It broke a little bit before the show started, but it sounds like one of the common things they are possibly talking about backstage is to have Sasha Banks and Charlotte rematch at Hell in a Cell in Hell in a Cell.
What?
Oh my god, really?
Okay, what the hell is that music?
That's Michael Jackson for one, and like I said, that's
the new breaking news theme. Like
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Oh God.
Good job there.
Getting your ideas from Matt Hardy?
Yes.
Oh, no. Also, what do you think about that? I mean, Hell in a
I
Cell?
would rather see a ladder match with them, honestly.
I would rather see them fight than anybody else. You know what I mean? 'Cause I don't think they're gonna botch as much as probably the other one.
No, they do. They don't really. They actually go and they work together good. They have a chemistry together. Which
That's
is
because
really fucking good.
that's mostly because of Charlotte, man. Charlotte.
Right. Charlotte is good, man.
I'm being dead honest. Like
Same
first of
here.
all, if it wasn't for Charlotte, that would not have been the main event.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but Sasha got it too. Sasha got it, but it just helps Sasha more because this chick, Ric Flair's daughter, is just fucking awesome. Man.
She's amazing. She's freaking.
She's pretty average. Yes.
She captures the crowd, dude. You can't tell me she doesn't know how to capture that crowd.
She's a great heel. I mean, she's the only one of those women that goes over fantastically as a heel. Sasha Banks, as a heel, still got cheered. Charlotte, as a heel, is getting booed. It's hard to be a face and be cheered, and hard to be a heel and get booed. And Charlotte's one of the few that can pull it off.
But Charlotte, she's gotten so good at that. Like when she comes out now, like you don't think of her as Flair's daughter. You're starting to forget that she's even Flair's daughter.
There's a correction. Her pop's the guy who fucked Halle Berry. Right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. By the way, Halle Berry immediately. said,
Yeah, that's a sign. Yeah, listen, that's a sign of guilt. All right. If you're gonna act like you don't know who Ric Flair is, and you know what, you guilty. You slept with that man.
I don't think so.
I
do not think so. Sorry.
So you think Ric Flair has made that up?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think she fucking found him and they fucked and shit.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Halle Berry, man, come on.
No.
You never know, man.
A media frenzy and
no, that's a weird thing to say all of a sudden.
Yeah, you know.
If I fucked Halle Berry, I'll be bragging about that shit for the last 30 years.
So you think that Ric Flair finally got old and delusional?
Yes.
I think Ric Flair probably.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. When you start elbowing your coat, that's when you become delusional.
The delusion started many years ago.
I'm thinking Ric Flair's probably nailed so much tail over the years that, it's not exactly something he should say about the entire list of people he's been with.
Maybe she looked like Halle Berry. But
What happens is that Halle Berry responds and makes him look like an idiot. That's what happened.
What did she say?
Absolutely not.
She said she didn't know who Ric Flair was. That's what she said.
But also absolutely not. And that makes Ric Flair look stupid because who do you think really people are going to believe?
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Ric Flair, because he did have a lot of money back in the days.
Yeah, and this
could have happened. This could have happened in the 80s.
Yeah, back when
he would not. First of all, Halle Berry wasn't famous in the 80s. That's number one. Number
exactly.
Two, okay, but how would he know that he banged Halle Berry?
Because you remember, it's like, oh, I remember her when she was in my bedroom, like later.
And the guys had books and DVDs. And not once has he mentioned that.
What year was it that she broke up with that guy?
He actually has. Let me play the clip for you.
So wait. He's claiming that he fucked her when she was Halle Berry.
He said that after she got a divorce with some guy. I don't know.
Okay, that's even
Here
worse.
It is.
All right, Rick. This week's Ask Nate's question comes to us from Goober Dwayne on Twitter. He wants to know any celebrity writers of Space Mountain. #Ask Nate.
Any celebrity writers?
RIDERS. Anybody?
Writers. Oh gosh, several dozen.
Let me think.
We're gonna get any names
you want
today?
Me to start with Halle Berry or what?
Oh, Halle Berry wrote Space Mountain.
Of course she did.
Okay.
She was in Atlanta, and she just got divorced from Dave Justice.
What?
Wait, are you telling a real story right now?
She broke up with Dave Justice.
Oh my God!
Would I have to make up a lot?
That was like the early '90s, probably.
That's what I'm saying. So that was when Ric Flair had all this money. He had his look still, the limousines. You never know, man.
Dude, you really believe that he fucked Halle Berry?
I'm saying you never know, bro. Women, when they get drunk, they get vulnerable, man. It's just the way it is, man.
Yeah, Halle Berry, who probably was being hit on by every massive Hollywood star, but she chose Ric Flair. Right.
You never.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Perfect. Makes perfect sense. Absolutely. She could have had her choice of any dude in Hollywood, but she went to the wrestling world and said, "I want Ric Flair."
Bro, Lana is going out with Rusev, all right? That's just an example of anything that happened. Let's just be honest here.
Yeah, and this is neither of them wasn't famous, and neither was Rusev. They were together before they got there. So.
And this is Ric Flair 1992 and Halle Berry before she was on the Flintstones. So this is definitely Halle Berry before she was anything important.
Okay, but that make it true.
Oh well, who cares?
Apparently, all of us do. We're also fascinated with Halle Berry.
Halle Berry was hot at one time. I don't know about now, but she was really
she's still.
Yeah, she was hot back in the days.
Yes, up to that point, she did 3 movies: Jungle Fever, Strictly Business, The Last Boy Scout, and Boomerang.
Jungle Fever was awesome.
Okay,
yes. 3 other guys besides Flair in the locker room.
Probably.
I know. She happened to do Jungle Fever with Wesley Snipes.
Did she do a low budget movie with a wrestler?
John Cena.
Yeah, no, it was a movie that was a wrestler in it. That she was like the co-star. What fucking movie it was? That was a straight to DVD movie though. It wasn't no Hollywood.
When was this?
I don't remember. It was like what 2012, 11, something like that.
Oh, that was not a straight to DVD. That was in theaters.
The Call.
Yeah, well,
yeah, that was in theaters.
There you go.
Yeah, it had David Otunga.
David Otunga. See, if he said he smashed it, you would have believed it, right?
Yes, actually, I would. He's married to Jennifer Hudson. Yeah, I would believe him.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Halle Berry took the time to absolutely deny it. I don't know.
It seemed
maybe she regrets it.
I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying it's very highly unlikely that.
Hard to believe. It's
a little hard to believe. It's very hard to believe.
It's hard to believe that she actually did that with.
She had so many choices. So many choices.
Yeah, but how many choices did she have in '92 though? That's the
a lot. She was breaking in. You telling me that?
No, she wasn't breaking
in. Everybody wanted her. Everybody.
She wasn't really relevant until '94, like 2 years later.
I get that, but she was extremely hot, and she was still.
Yeah, but who's to say she wasn't fucking a lot of them people back in the days? Who knows? You never know.
Ric Flair, honestly, Ric Flair.
This is 1992 Ric Flair. I mean, it's not like the 80-year-old man we have now. This was the style and profile, and I just laughed at 60 minutes in a match.
If you're talking about 86, 87, 88, yes, that was when Flair was at his height. 92 Flair, he wasn't at his height in 92.
He was the champion of WWE. What are you talking about?
Again, I still don't think it was his height. It wasn't the best run in the world.
But, like I said,
okay, yes, for a championship series, right. It wasn't the best guy-looking run in the world, but for 1992, Ric Flair wasn't a terrible-looking guy.
I'm not. First of all, I never once said he was a horrible-looking guy. I never said that.
Well, you were saying
you said, hold on, Ric Flair? No,
but I'm not saying it in terms of looks. I'm just saying that Halle Berry was starting in Hollywood, would have had a lot of choices back then.
So why not the biggest name in professional wrestling at that time?
It's just a little weird.
Oh, Corgan was the biggest professional name at that time.
Yeah.
Who?
It's just.
Why didn't she sleep with Hogan?
It's just a little, and maybe she did. Maybe she was passed around with Psycho Sid.
I think the big difference.
The Dungeon of Doom.
Okay, let's stick with guys that were actually attractive, like Ric Flair.
Oh,
Macho Man Randy.
Yeah, I would believe Randy Savage actually.
He just got divorced from Elizabeth at that time.
No, I would believe Randy too.
I would totally believe Randy Savage over Ric Flair.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Since we talk about Randy Savage, do y'all believe the rumors that he banged Stephanie when she was a minor?
No.
Yes.
I'm leaning more towards yes.
If you really believe that they put him in the Hall of Fame and they're giving him 2 DVDs, and you believe that he banged her as a minor.
Look how long it took them to induct him to the Hall of Fame. Like, we're talking about what was it? Like 15 years later that he left the company?
I get that, dude. But if the owner of the company had a daughter who was a minor, there's no way that guy would have gotten in the Hall of Fame, no matter what. No matter what, dude.
Something else happened between.
He probably hit on her. No, they explained it. When he left to WCW, it been
that's what I was gonna say.
Harder than people thought it would, and he took that personally.
Right.
I don't.
Yeah, because I remember
There's no way that he would have hit on Stephanie while she was a minor, and then have them release a DVD in Savage's honor. No way.
And on top of that, they had her also talk about him.
Exactly. There's no way. There's no way. That would never happen. If that
This
was
is the same company that thought it'd be a cool idea when Stephanie McMahon was pregnant to run an angle where Vince was the father. But when Stephanie said no, maybe Shane McMahon be the father instead.
Oh my God, yeah.
But
Thank God they didn't do that.
But not in real life. That Savage is going to do something while she's a minor and bang her or whatever. No. I'm talking about real life. There's no way that they would have put Savage in the games and the Hall of Fame and all of that. And by the way, now that I remember this, while we're talking about this, why do they keep putting Jim the Anvil Neidhart in the game if he's such in bad shape?
What do you mean?
If he's such in bad shape with the drugs or whatever, why does he keep getting in the game? You know they pay him for that.
Yeah, because he's not like making all these videos making a fool of himself like China probably. He's been low profile with his drugs, so they figured, hey, to put him in the game. I'm pretty sure if he was on YouTube doing dumb shit and saying stupid shit like China was doing, I don't think they'll put him in the game.
This is a company that cares so much about their image and whatever. A sniff of somebody finding out that Jim Neidhart's on drugs and that he's being promoted in the video game? No. I don't buy that.
Maybe he's not on drugs then.
That's my point. If this was WWE in the 80s, totally. But we're talking about a company that monitors every little detail about every little thing, and we're talking about, again, putting him in a video game, and for what I understand, those checks are not little. You get a nice juicy check from those games. Speaking of which, by the way, we are literally officially a week away from that video game being released, and I saw that commercial about 10 times tonight on SmackDown. Thank you very much, WWE. I get it. You're
the one
releasing
where they're like in Suplex City and you like go through the bar and all that.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I see that commercial, I immediately think of last year when Schwarzenegger walked in the bar and Ambrose is in it, and this year Ambrose is outside the bar throwing someone in the trash.
Yeah.
Is that the same bar Schwarzenegger went to last year?
That's a good question. What I think about, because they're playing downtown, is Seinfeld. They had a whole episode about that. So every time I hear it, I'm like, I think about Seinfeld. But, one thing I will say, they since the show last week, they released so many videos on the game.
Beautiful game, man.
Man, what I like is the little details. The details wrestling outside, and it actually looks like you're outside with the shadows and all of that stuff.
I want to know if you noticed one thing that I noticed. Probably a lot of people didn't really see it, but when you get pummeled a lot, when you get hit and you're really hurt, the guy falls to the mat and he can roll out like in real life.
Yeah. And
stay outside the ring. And if the other guy is trying to go after you, the referee actually grabs the guy and holds him back. He's like, no, stay here.
Really?
You can't go out. Yeah. I was like, holy shit, that looks fucking cool.
You saw that we could choose different referees now?
Yeah, Japanese.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we could choose a Jap referee.
ECW.
Yeah, old school. I think that is I love little shit like that. I really do. And, again, the backstage brawling thing. My son, by the way, he spends hours, I'm talking hours, doing brawls on the outside. So I know he's going to go absolutely bonkers for this backstage thing, because the fact that you could do it like No Mercy, where it goes seamlessly through the back, and then you could go inside different rooms. And what I like the most is, again, little details. When you're going inside the backstage area and somebody's doing an interview in the background, if you go towards them, they'll run out of the way. That is fucking cool. And by the way,
and it's never the same person that they're interviewing. It's
I know.
Always somebody
different. And they always run. I love that. And one of the cool things about it is that, AJ Styles, gets to do the phenomenal forearm as a finisher.
He looks fucking cool. His model looks awesome, man.
Yeah.
He gets to do the forearm from the apron. They got apron finishers. They got apron taunts, corner taunts, new oh my god moments. They have oh my god moments for tag teams now. Really cool shit.
Also, you could also come out with 3 managers.
Yes, 3 managers. So you can have the Horsemen out there with you. Honestly,
that's fucking sick.
Which I don't understand why that hasn't been done yet. not having the Horsemen together.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna have the
Anderson is in
Freebirds.
it.
Anderson, yeah, he's in it.
I think Anderson and Flair are both in it, so we're still waiting on
Tully and Barry Windham, because that's the only one that we do.
Yeah.
But that is so cool though, and they showed it. You know, Goldberg came out with 3 guys. Brock came out with 3 guys. It looks really, really cool and seamless. Man, I think they really outdid themselves this year.
They really put a lot of fucking shit into this game, man.
A lot of stuff that people wanted.
Even like the ladders, they fixed.
Yeah.
all
Oh,
the
yes.
that shit, and it's more like you can place it right where you want to place it.
They have 2 submission systems, so if you don't like the one from last year,
just perfect, man.
Just a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff, man.
There's also the whole story mode thing now. You can have actually replays.
Yes. You could save your replays. First of all, that's one of the things that I love the most is the replay thing, because I like saving replays and watching them and stuff like that. You can edit it. The highlights. Yeah, I love that. Also, the Nakamura entrance, man.
Ooh.
That's some good shit right there.
Yeah.
He has the shakes when he does his finisher. His taunts are, they really made everybody the way that they are. You know, it just looks absolutely amazing. And I was telling Byron,
is it me or is he breaking up?
It's you. I was telling Byron about the NBA game, not for you to get it, but because they did the same thing for the NBA game. Like in between quarters, guys will do interviews in between the quarters. Because this is 2K. So I'm like, 2K does all this for the NBA. You know, you could build your own franchise. By the way, people are so awesome online. I have the entire Seattle Supersonics, but with a new logo and everything, because you're able to download it on the floor. You could literally make your own buzzer and all that stuff. So 2K, I think, one of the top companies out there. So WWE is in good hands, I think, with this video game, based on what I've seen on the NBA game. It's going to be really good.
They started off shitty,
right.
But it's because they also have that other company with them, which is what is it again? I forgot. I already forgot what the fuck it was.
THQ?
No, not THQ. It's AKI.
Yucks.
Who's Yucks?
Yucks.
Yeah, Yucks is
Yucks.
Yucks.
They're the ones that are pretty much behind a lot of the stuff that they put into the game, and 2K puts, they give their 2 cents in there also, so it helps both. That you have wrestling fans that are behind that franchise, and you also got the 2K that's behind a lot of the sports stuff. So you put those 2 guys together, it's perfect. If it was just 2K by itself, I don't know if they would be able to pull out a wrestling game.
Yeah, 2K essentially is only the distributor and the publisher,
right.
So it's all Ukes doing all the work.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying.
But it's a good combination, because it looks really, really awesome this year.
Speaking of not looking awesome, we had a couple stabbings over the weekend. That was cool.
That was crazy.
To me, the crazier part is where these people live. For Jamie Noble, for example, lives literally in a trailer park. I did not know that.
Well, lived the gimmick,
I guess. I mean, I hope it's a nice trailer park.
It's a double wide, baby! Woo!
So what happened with Jamie Noble?
Essentially, he suffered a collapsed lung last week.
Wow.
After somebody stabbed him. Sources tell us Jamie Noble posted photos online. We can post those up on the group page in a second of his, already healed up stab wounds. You can still see the stitches in there. Noble explained he was viciously attacked in his front yard. One coward got out of his car saying, "I pushed him off the road. I immediately apologized because I was on the road all week and just got the night off. And Tuesday night, the guy pulled a knife on him for quote-unquote pushing him off the road."
Wow. I don't understand the coward comment. I mean, doesn't it take balls to go there and pull out a knife?
Because he didn't fight him fist to fist. He pulled out a knife. I mean...
Again, I still think that takes a lot of balls.
I'd say it takes more ball to come out and punch him in the face versus come out and stab the guy.
I'm just saying, there we say, the people that crashed the planes in 9/11 are cowards. Like, that That seems like the most. That seems like the most ballsiest thing to do in the history of ever. I don't. There are a lot of things, obviously, disgusting and despicable, but cowards, no. I would be shitting my fucking pants if I knew that I was fucking ramming a plate into a building.
Yeah. The government got a lot of balls. You're right.
They do. They really do. I just love how those buildings came down so perfectly.
Yeah, the government.
Almost like it was planned.
Mm-hmm. Almost like those planes were drones.
Yeah.
The more Hardy drones.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Do they talk? Do they have subtitles? Also being released next week, by the way, is Tomb Raider.
I was going to talk about the other stabbing that happened over the weekend.
Yes.
Before we do, Jamie Noble, that's messed up, man. I like Jamie Noble. He's one of my favorites.
And this guy,
classic thing.
He was great, man. But why did he stop wrestling anyway? I always really enjoyed him and Nydia as a team for some reason.
For some reason, they were good.
You know what? I was watching Taboo Tuesday from 2004 on WWE Network because they have a schoolgirls battle royal, and man, Nydia, Trish, Stacy, just watch it. That's all I can say. It was an awesome match. But yeah,
Jamie Noble was great. But go ahead, Sean. Talk about the other stabbing. This one is actually crazy and more graphic. Because when you see the pictures, oh my god.
Just to answer, Jamie Noble retired due to numerous injuries over his long career. And this guy, I'm surprised he's still wrestling in Europe now after getting out of the hospital. Alberto Del Rio.
Okay.
He was recently... Okay, to really start from the beginning, because we didn't know the full story at first. He was supposed to be at a AAA show, and until he goes to a show, I'm not wrong yet, that he was supposed to wrestle in the main event with Psycho Clown. However, he no-showed it, and AAA was really upset, released a statement saying they apologized, and Del Rio became a black guy from Mexican wrestling for no-showing after what he did in the last time. 2 days later, we then found out through both him as well as the photos he released that he was attacked at the airport where he was supposed to go to Mexico from and stabbed numerous times. The post stated that Del Rio, who was given the name blah, 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 had just finished eating dinner when he was assaulted by a criminal with a knife outside of the restaurant. Mr. Rodriguez suffered multiple lacerations on his arms and other parts of his body.
Wow.
And those cuts look crazy. Like, we talk about open wound flesh, not like a regular cut that you see the open wound. You see the flesh inside. It's just disgusting.
From what we understand, there still has not been any reason for the attack. The person who did it still has not been arrested by the sounds of it. It's still unclear at this time. And according to Rodriguez, he has spoken with the ownership of AAA Worldwide, gave them documentation of the incident, and he would not miss any wrestling shows the rest of the year, including a show next weekend, and this weekend, I should say, in the UK.
Imagine if that was Del Rio's plan. Like, he hired someone to stab him so that he can get out of wrestling.
That would be pretty stupid. That would be pretty stupid.
I'm teaming up with Psycho Clown? Somebody stab me.
He got stabbed by a criminal. That's my favorite part.
He was stabbed by Jesus.
Yes.
He owed money to the cartel, so they got him.
Wow, no one got that joke. Well, it's a bit dated.
I did, yeah. John Cena got stabbed.
Oh, no. You're talking about...
John Cena got stabbed.
Yes.
Well, I was thinking about Bruiser Brody for some reason.
Speaking of John Cena, before I forget, AJ Styles just whipped John Cena's ass on the microphone tonight, and so did Dean Ambrose for that.
Dean Ambrose, both of them.
Yeah, that's kind of makes me believe that maybe John Cena might actually win, man, because he lost to Dean Ambrose 2 weeks ago. I don't know, man.
Yo, isn't it crazy that now guys are cutting promos on Cena that Cena cut on The Rock?
Yeah.
You know, like, you're not here every week, I'm here. You know, like, that's a weird situation. I don't know what's going on over there, but seems like a weird situation to me. But AJ was amazing tonight.
Honestly, I don't even know if I even want to... I may see No Mercy this weekend, but it's just I'm getting the wrestling overload you were talking about, Joey. And in the card, I mean, outside the main event, it's just very.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Just me being depressed.
He sound like depression, man. That sound like you was watching TNA.
Yeah.
Oh no, I get excited for TNA. Let's calm down.
I'm sorry, but I just want to. I don't know if you guys remember this. I just saw a video of Rikishi on top of a steel cage on Raw.
Yeah.
And he takes off the top cage onto I think the Rock, I believe.
Okay.
Did he ever do that? I don't remember that video.
You say he was on top of the cage, and what did he do? He fell on the Rock?
Yeah, he threw himself off the top steel cage onto the Rock. I think it's the Rock that's there. I don't know. I'm not sure, but off the top of the steel cage onto somebody, splash from the very top.
I thought he did it during the Balvinus feud.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to show you. I'll post the video up on the group page, but I don't remember this shit at all. I don't remember him doing that.
Oh, you know what's? I'm sorry to bring this up again, but you know what's cool about the game? They have the original Undertaker now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the boring Undertaker. Oh.
To you, but I like that Undertaker.
The one that you used to.
And for game purposes, is awesome.
Yeah.
They rarely have that one.
No, that's the reason why I got into wrestling was because of that character, man.
Yeah, but they rarely have that version of the Undertaker, and they have that version, the Roland version, the Ministry, all in one.
The original Undertaker was cool, but this matches was way too slow. Like he would walk really slow
until he fought Yokozuna, and then
then all of a sudden he's like, "Fuck all this, man."
But he was so unique at that time, where people would hit him, and it would remind you of The Exorcist and the way he would stand and sit up and shit and look at you. Like his whole makeup was resembling The Exorcist, basically.
Yeah, it was awesome, man.
It was a great gimmick. I just now that I got older, the match is a little kind of boring.
Well, when you talk about him flying in the sky, yeah.
Definitely. Maybe his soul came out.
Yeah, it's not like he was shooting fireballs out of his hands or anything like that.
Yeah.
But again, you guys are ridiculous because you could buy that he's an Undertaker. You could buy that he sits up, but when he flies, that's when you cross the line.
Yeah, that's when I crossed the line.
Oh my god!
But I'm talking, come on,
so stupid though.
It was bad, man.
The guy is the Undertaker.
I will not rest in peace.
It was so
Sorry, that was one of my favorite. That's still to this day.
It was my favorite too.
Hold on. Wait. To this day, you like that? And
absolutely.
So
this guy got jumped by like 15 guys at the Royal Rumble, and he kept coming back. That shit was awesome, man.
No, it was good. It was good, but when he flew, it was.
They had to literally just keep jumping him, and then they had to roll him in the casket, and then they had to sit on top of the casket while they nailed it down. Like that was, dude. At that time, that shit was epic, man. That shit was epic.
No, you're right.
And then they roll in the casket, and it stops, and then he starts talking from the cat. Dude, come on, man. That shit was great.
How is it that is great, but when Matt Hardy shoots fireballs at people, it's like, what is this stupid bullcrap?
That was just trying to make that point, man.
That was 1994, and we're in 2017.
Dude, come on, man. This is so different.
Again,
the era we're in now.
Exactly. Way more acceptable in that era. Way more acceptable.
The kids nowadays are a lot smarter because of the internet.
Yet they're eating this up like it's the greatest thing since cocaine.
Actually, not kids, but the grown-ups.
But let me tell you something. You can't only blame TNA, man, because I heard Lucha Underground does some shit like that. So I heard they had some chick that makes your soul come out your body, and they had some chick cut some guy's neck open one day. Like, yeah.
Listen, if WWE does this, I criticize them too. Trust me, it's not just TNA.
Yeah, if WWE did this, I wouldn't watch.
If you do it like OD, when you overdo it, it's a little too much for me to even say, yeah, I'm gonna keep watching this because it's not for me, man. That kind of shit.
Hold up, Bray Wyatt is borderline doing stuff like that.
It's true.
He hasn't shot no fireballs out of his hands, but I mean, he reappears in the ring when the
he didn't shoot fireballs.
But you know what? But it's way more acceptable the way he does it.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
saying,
right.
That's why I say he's borderline. He hasn't.
He didn't shoot fireballs. He shot lightning. That's completely okay.
Remember when Kane used to shoot the lightning at the Undertaker?
You talking about Matt Hardy's coming out every week doing some weird shit up, talking to his fucking drone. He has fireworks coming out his ass, and
Okay, so let me get this straight. Bray Wyatt.
Fireworks.
Okay, let me. I just want to make this straight. When Bray Wyatt does something. However, when Matt Hardy does something. Like, what the hell? They're doing the exact same thing. Most wrestling fans think Matt Hardy's doing Bray Wyatt's gimmick, but better, or even getting more interest than Bray
most wrestling
Wyatt.
fans are stupid then.
Listen, Sean, I will criticize it if I see it like a lot. Trust me, I will criticize it. If it's WWE or TNA, whoever it is, trust me, I will say something about it. That kind of shit, to me, is not for me, man. It's not. And there's a lot of people that will agree with me. It's not what we were watching wrestling for. It's not. It's some bullshit when you watch it.
And not only that, but if you go back to again, we're talking about 1994, which was a completely different time period.
Yeah.
It also led to the Undertaker versus Undertaker match at SummerSlam 1994.
Oh my god! When I was younger, I thought that was the greatest match in the world. Until I got older, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Which I still love to this day, man. That entrance was awesome.
Undertaker versus Undertaker, bro.
Oh yeah.
We had Undertaker versus Undertaker. I mean,
the build-up was great though. I mean, the way how he got transformed every time.
I loved it.
It was great, but
I loved it, man. I loved it.
But the funny thing is,
when I found out
Paul Bearer had that fat urn, like.
But when I found out it was Chains from DOA, I was like, I don't know, man.
No, you could tell right away who was the fake Undertaker.
I did it. Not at first.
No, but when he got hit, he had a weird like he would just move weird when he got hit. Taker had a style to it where you hit him, and he would like. You have his own style, but this guy just was a totally different style when he got hit.
You know why a lot of people didn't.
Let me tell you something. There was the first episode where $1 Million Man debuted him. He looked exactly like.
You know what it was? It was his hair. His hair always covered his face, so you couldn't make out too much.
I really thought that was the Undertaker. I was like, and I was into it. I was like, oh shit! Like he just, because.
Remember, what's his name? Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
He was commercial.
The case is closed. At the end, he had a closed case, so he was like, the case is closed.
Yeah.
And you know what else I remember about that SummerSlam is that Tatanka fought Lex Luger, and the whole story was that Luger had turned and joined the $1 Million Man, but it was actually Tatanka. That shit was awesome. That was sweet because everybody was convinced that Luger had turned. They were even booing him in the arena, and it was Tatanka the whole time, man. That shit was great. And then Bobby Heenan like, "Hey, how are you? Hey." Yo, man, racist comments. We need it back.
Yeah, Bobby Heenan was the greatest fucking commentator ever.
He was the best, man.
Anyways. I have nothing really to add to that.
We talk about Matt Hardy.
Yeah, it was like I was also watching Randy Savage versus Flair, and Elizabeth comes out right, and Flair and Bobby Heenan's like, "Oh my God, did you see that? She's winking at Flair. She's telling him to meet him after the match."
You're right. I do
see you later, toots.
Sorry, Sean. This is the golden era of wrestling.
But yes, I noticed when people could fly and shoot lightning and summon the demons of hell and use Japanese spiritual powder to win matches, but
that weird cartoon shit that was.
Bro, Ric Flair invented Photoshop, yo. He photoshopped himself with Elizabeth, right?
Okay,
and the pictures, B. I didn't know how the fuck he did it. But
I thought it was real, man. I thought Flair was fucking the shit out of Elizabeth.
To come to find out them pictures was bogus. So that shit was crazy.
He was gonna blow it up on the Titantron.
Yeah, and to this day, I always wonder what happened to the pictures in the Titantron. Why they never even talked about it during the match?
But the match, I watched it this weekend. I forgot how good it was. It's so good, man. Flair was bloody. Shane McMahon comes out to try to stop Stephanie. This is 1992.
Shane McMahon trying to stop Stephanie.
Yeah,
what?
I'm sorry. Try to stop Elizabeth when she's.
I was like, what?
Oh, I'm about to say, damn, Stephanie. No, she wasn't there.
I don't remember Shane. Now that you mentioned it. Wow.
Now, Shane used to be a referee. They tried to act like he was like a referee back in the days.
He came out running after Elizabeth, trying to tell her to.
I gotta watch that.
It was such a good match, man. I forgot how good it was. The crowd was so into it.
They actually put that on one of the 2K games, wasn't it? Or
Yeah.
THQ,
Yeah.
or they did.
And the commentary by Bobby Heenan, man, just every 5 minutes with Elizabeth.
Show me the pictures. Show me the pictures.
And then at the end, Flair actually kisses Elizabeth in the mouth, like, oh.
What about me? Huh?
They're trying to hold Savage down. I mean, that was like, you can't make a story like this.
Yeah,
You know what it was? It was a great match. It was a great match, a great moment, but then Macho Man lost the belt a month later. To me, it was all for nothing.
No, he didn't. He lost several months later. He held it till after SummerSlam.
But they invested so much into it that
Hold on, wait.
became such a big deal.
You're right. It was after.
He wrestled Warrior at SummerSlam for the title.
Yeah, and then he lost to Ric Flair. That's right. Figure 4. Forgot about that.
That's when they were like, "You need to be a commentator." Smart move.
But not for nothing. But Flair and Macho Man, I think, was the best feud Flair had.
Yeah.
In the WWE.
Sure.
Because I thought it would be Hogan, but their feud.
That's why I say Ric Flair's run in WWE was great. In my opinion, I thought it was good. You know, Joey thinks it wasn't really all that, but I thought it was.
You know why? Because he was good from the Rumble to Mania, and then after Mania, it wasn't that much about Flair. It became more about Warrior was back.
He was going to leave. That's why he wasn't going. Everybody knew he wasn't going to sign. So
exactly, that's a very short amount of time, though. You know, I can't say it was a great run in the sense of Ric Flair. I mean, that's Ric Flair. That first of all, he came in with the fucking with the NWA title, the world title. Nobody had ever seen anything like that before. Like I thought Flair was going to be like the man for like a while. You know, like, and then by SummerSlam, he didn't even have a match at SummerSlam. He was outside with the Warriors.
I love the pairing of Flair and Perfect and Bobby Heenan. All three of them was so fucking perfect. Razor got involved.
Randy won the match because he pulled the tights, and after the match, Perfect is like, you see, Savage is a cheater, just like his old lady.
Oh my God.
They're both cheaters. You can't do that today. You can never do something like that today.
You know, the last thing about that feud before we move on, the crazy thing about that sticks out to my mind was when they used to video distort the belt, right?
Yeah.
The NWA belt. And after a while, towards the ending, I noticed it was the tag team titles for the WWE after a while. Like, wait a minute, that's not the NWA title. Yeah. Like, you can see through the video.
They really got sued.
Yeah, they really did, yeah. But when I was younger, I was like, why are they doing that? Like, nobody in the crowd knew?
That was great. I think, by the way, a lot of people don't know this, but the first episode or the first time, which I believe was Primetime Wrestling that Flair debuted, they did not distort the belt. The belt.
No. They didn't distort it until about half a year in.
Yeah.
Was it a half a year in?
It was about a half a year, right? It was about a half a year.
A couple of months, because he wasn't there that long. So it was a couple of months.
He was there for 2 years.
Not 2 full years.
Yes. Well, I don't know.
He was there towards the end of '91, and he left around the beginning of '93. So a little bit close to 2 years.
Yeah, his last match was
January with Mr. Perfect on Monday Night Raw.
Yes, it was right after the Royal Rumble, after 2 world title reigns.
Yep. But when he debuted on Primetime, the belt was fully shown.
Yeah,
because they didn't have no problems at the time. And what I liked about it is
when they brought
him in,
we're gonna do.
And when they brought him in, they always hinted that he was a big player somewhere else. They just never said where.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, people were very aware, Flair being Flair. I mean, Anderson and Tully were there, maybe a year and a half earlier.
Hey, remember, this is when the internet wasn't such a big thing, man.
It wasn't even around.
Nobody knew what was going on and this and that.
Can you imagine if Flair, Tully, and Arn would have been there at the same time? Because JJ was working there too, so you would have had almost the entire Horsemen. Barry Windham eventually went there. The only one was Ole that never went there, but Luger went. Barry, Tully, and Arn, all with Bobby Heenan. They all work with Bobby Heenan. And by the way, Tully and Arn had a good run.
And don't forget the Widowmaker too. So.
Oh my God, I remember those promos distinctively when it was on Superstars, when he was in the woods by the campfire.
Oh my God!
I was like, Barry Windham is the Widowmaker.
Yeah, it was bad.
To be honest, I really didn't know that much about Barry at that time, so to me, it was like a new guy.
Regular guy,
Yeah.
yeah.
By the way, speaking of Bray Wyatt, we had this conversation a couple of weeks ago about how he's a little bit of Robert De Niro and Cape Fear. Well, tonight he did it. He did the line from Cape Fear. Yeah.
What line was it?
He said, "Come out, wherever you are." That's like the famous line of the movie.
So who was he talking to? Who is Sister Abigail? Is that gonna be what's that guy's name? Luke Harper? Like who's Sister Abigail?
Wait,
supposed to be a female.
Yeah.
I mean I know, but I mean knowing Bray Wyatt, they might twist it because Luke Harper's supposed to come back
With a wig?
No, but I mean like who can actually play Sister Abigail?
Not Luke Harper.
I know, but I'm not saying he's just like a female, but I'm just saying like is that like just to throw you off? You know what I mean? Like maybe it really is Luke Harper. I don't know.
No,
I don't see who could actually break in there and escape him out.
You need to start giving me what you're smoking. Because this is good shit. Because I mean, really, Luke Harper? He has too much hair in his chest for that.
Do you really think he's gonna bring out a female, like a Sister Abigail? I don't think so.
Wait, first of all, in all honesty, I haven't been paying attention that much. Is he talking about Sister Abigail?
He said because supposedly somebody took him out the closet. He was locked in with Randy Orton. He was like, "Sister Abigail, I was waiting for you," or something like that, and broke him out of there. So I'm just guessing maybe it's a twist where it's really gonna be Luke Harper instead of a female. I don't know.
No.
But,
chances are it's probably him doing what he always does, saying Sister Abigail did this and that. But
yeah,
yeah.
He's always mentioned that.
Eventually, Sister Abigail's gonna appear. I don't know when the fuck that's gonna happen, but when you least expect it, she's gonna be.
Well, but wasn't it that she died? Like in the beginning?
But he has like fucking taker powers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, then again, Kane was supposedly dead.
No, he was burnt. He's just somehow healed up. I don't know.
Maybe it's gonna be Matt Hardy.
That would be pretty awesome. Bobby Lashley, by the way, is talking about wanting to fight Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Yeah.
I would love to see that.
It's clear that Bobby Lashley's looking to the future.
Oh, he knows. He once he heard the rumors about WWE was going to purchase TNA, he's like, wait a minute, let me start talking now.
Exactly, because how are you going to be working for a company and talking about how you want to wrestle another guy at another wrestling event? Okay,
trying to ensure his future. He's like, I'm going to talk right now so they know I need a job.
What the hell is going on over there?
Yeah, WWE would not allow none of their guys.
Not even, if they did that, they would be in so much trouble, dude.
Right.
I want to wrestle at Bound for Glory.
Yeah, so I was going to say, imagine Chris Jericho say, I want to fight Broken Matt Hardy Bound for Glory. Like,
I think he did say he wanted to wrestle Broken Matt Hardy on his podcast.
Not Bound for Glory.
Hell, Mick Foley promoted one of the Elite versus Decay on his Twitter. And no one cares.
And now Stephanie McMahon is shitting on Mick Foley every week.
Okay, he was shitting on Mick Foley before that. I mean, did you really think they were going to treat Mick Foley well? Did you?
Yeah, but it's a coincidence that now, like, once
now it's a coincidence.
Now they really.
It is a little bit. It is a little bit because they were kind of developing a relationship.
No, they weren't. The plan was always going to be for Mick Foley to be shat on immediately.
Hold up, but so soon? I don't know, man.
So soon?
They were not. I'm
surprised they're doing faster.
They were not happy about him doing that. I can tell you that. And Lashley, if I was TNA, I'd be like, "What? Why are you talking? You're the world champion here."
Oh, not no more. He lost the belt, man. I don't know if you know that.
Oh,
that's why.
He lost it to some guy named Eddie something.
Eddie Edwards?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he lost it.
Really? Eddie Edwards is the world's champion?
Yes, he's currently the TNA World Champion.
Oh, spoiler alert, guys! Spoiler alert.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to say.
Oh, so that wasn't at Bound for Glory?
No, for some reason, they decided to go the same way they did with Bobby Roode. Promote the hell out of the fact that EC3 or Bobby Roode could defeat Bobby Lashley or Kurt Angle, but then it ended up giving it to a guy that's been in the background sort of fighting for it, Eddie Edwards or James Storm.
Wow. That is kind of crazy.
I like that, though. When you least expect it, look what happened.
Is Eddie Edwards going to be the last
but nobody saw it, though. Was it a televised show?
It was televised, yes. It hasn't been aired yet.
Okay.
That's the only bad thing about it, though. That
But,
it was
but either way, Lashley talking about wrestling someone else at someone else's company can't be good. Unless Lashley's done with TNA.
Nah, he's just looking into the future.
Yeah, I don't see how that's a problem. Like, a lot of people have said that before. Nakamura said, well, in Japan, that, well, granted, he's in WWE now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me, I just think it. Even if I was working for TNA or if I was ownership, I would not care too much about someone talking about a fantasy match somewhere else. That doesn't look good on the company, in my opinion. And I can understand why WWE gets upset about that kind of stuff because, you know, I don't know. Like
why are you promoting another fucking company?
Yeah.
We're striving over here to be. And you're talking about joining somewhere else because you don't believe in us.
Exactly. Or I want a rematch. I want to get my belt back or, you know, something like that. But no, I want a WrestleMania match with Brock Lesnar. Like, what the hell?
What about Bound for Glory? What about our pay-per-view?
I think Lashley is, you know,
If I hear somebody at WWE say, like Cena say, I want to wrestle at Bound for Glory, then there's an issue there.
Yeah, I would ask John Cena, like, really?
Like, that's what I'm saying. It would be a fucking issue. Like, what do you mean?
What is this Bound for Glory you speak of? Hey, that's a great idea for a new pay-per-view. Thanks, John. I still don't understand why WWE, instead of No Mercy, don't do Halloween Havoc.
I don't think Bound and gagged or some shit.
Because Hell in a Cell is going to be on Halloween, on the date Halloween would be, I should say.
Yeah, well, that makes more sense than Halloween Havoc.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's do Hell in a Cell.
They should have it though. Halloween Havoc was cool.
I would fucking.
I mean, it's just a pay-per-view. It's just the title that's just cool, and the little. You know, thing what is it? The little props they would put around the arena and shit to make it a Halloween.
Yeah, I love WCW. The big pumpkin in the entranceway. You know, they have that arena now in the game.
Yeah, it fits the month. You know, just like if it was November. Like
yeah, it was
like
great.
It's such a great name, Halloween Havoc. I mean, it's such a great name.
The greatest Halloween Havoc in the history of Halloween Havoc when I was a kid was when Barry Windham dressed up as Sting, and I really thought it was fucking Sting that whole match until the ending when Sting really came out. I don't know if you remember that. But
no, I don't remember that.
Really? Man, I'm the only one who remembers that?
Yep.
I didn't watch WCW that hardcore at that time.
So,
yeah.
In some other news regarding the Dusty Rhodes Classic, which became an interesting subject coming out of Joey here regarding Kota Ibushi is in the tournament.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's
with
working
no contract.
Yeah, he's still. I assume he's doing the same thing.
The Chinese guy that was on the cruiserweight.
Japanese.
Whatever.
Is the chink.
Anyways, so now we know. So currently,
if you're a chink, is that from China?
A gook. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, China.
No, I think that's Korean.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Because I think that's what they would say in the Vietnam War.
Oh, wait, Joey, did you see? I'm sorry, Joey. Did you see the press conference that you're gonna watch?
Oh no, you didn't link.
That was the greatest press conference in the history of press conference, man.
Gotta watch it. I'm telling you,
it was more historic than the Ultimate Warrior, who actually said, "I was told I was here for a press conference."
Dude, you have to watch it because you're gonna see what.
But you didn't give me the link.
I did give you the link.
Where?
At your Facebook Messenger. Anyways, you're gonna see what Connor is about. What me and this guy's always been talking about.
And me.
It's right there. I'm looking at it.
Okay. I see it. I'm sorry. Yeah. I didn't see it. I swear.
Well, obviously Sean saw it because he got the little snippet of it. That was great.
But by the way, going back to the Dusty for a second, not only Ibushi and who's his partner?
Hideo Itami.
Right. That's going to be awesome. But also Austin Aries and Roderick Strong.
Rumor Roderick Strong. I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, but it's still mystery partner.
Yeah, it's going to be Roderick Strong. So
where?
Dusty Rhodes Classic.
So the winner gets what?
They win this trophy.
Classic, yeah.
So where Dusty Rhodes? So where Dusty Rhodes?
If you remember
They're gonna wear those Dusty Rose polka dots.
Last year, Finn Balor and Samoa Joe won, and that's when Samoa Joe decided to turn his back on Finn Balor.
And that's also where we got the first glimpse of Revival and American Alpha in the semifinals.
Why don't?
Oh, by the way, one of the I'm sorry, but I gotta mention this. Samoa Joe in the game does the power bomb thing that he does in real life, and if you kick out, it does the Boston Crab in one move. Like you don't have to get up. Do it. It's fucking awesome.
For that. I heard you need 3 finishers for that.
Yeah, but the point is that he does it like he does in real life.
That's cool.
Power bomb, Boston Crab, and then Boston Crab to the SDF.
That's fucking cool. That's cool.
Isn't that somebody else that said he wanted to fight Brock at WrestleMania, or they wanted him to fight him? That he's one of the possibilities.
Yeah, he is one of the possibilities, but again, that's probably based on the approval of Brock, especially after what happened with Dean Ambrose.
Well, I'm pretty sure, Samoa Joe is definitely not no Dean Ambrose.
No, he's not, but Brock, I'm sure was not happy, and I'm sure he was probably even more unhappy after Ambrose called him out on it. So, but
I think
once again, little things like that in the game is really, really good. But going back to the Dusty Classic, Ibushi, I hope they sign this guy because he is nice. He is really, really nice.
I feel like there's a team on here that you guys are just going to start making fun of immediately, though.
Okay, we will.
These are actually Chinese wrestlers, not Japanese, Byron. And their names are
ding, 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 ding.
Ho Ho Loon and Bin Wang.
What?
Oh my God, they signed Ho Ho Loon. That's the guy from Cruiserweight Classic, right?
I don't know if they signed Ho Ho because he's still working in China. But
wait, you said the second guy is Bing Bang?
Bin Wang.
Bing Wang.
Big Wang. The Big Wang? First of all, they don't have big wangs, right? They're Asian. Right? Let's just knock it off here.
Bin Wang. That is.
Oh, Bin Wang. Right. I thought you said Big Wang.
Little Osama bin Laden, little penis.
Big Wang.
The first ever Big Wang.
No matter how you say it when they announce him, it's gonna sound like.
The guys, his partner name is Ho Ho though. Like that's his real name, Ho Ho Loon.
Ho Ho and Wang. That shit is awesome. You can't make that up.
Wang and the Hoes. Give that Ho the Wang.
They would the whole Wang.
Give that Ho the Wang.
The whole Wang. That's an awesome name for a tag team. The whole Wang.
That's the finisher.
Austin Strong or Aries Roderick. Roderick Aries. No,
or
is the Revival in the tournament?
Yes. Do you want me to run the full teams or no?
I tell you what, the Revival's in the game, and that shit is awesome. But go ahead.
I don't even care who's on it. The Revival don't win, I'm on strike. I love the Revival.
The tournament is featuring Andrade Cien Omos and Cedric Alexander, the Revival, Gargano and Ciampa, Perfectly Glorious, Bobby Roode and Ty Dillinger, 2 guys that are just NXT jobbers. I don't know how to say their names. Hideo Itami and Kota Ibushi, the Bollywood Boys from the Cruiserweight Classic, TM61, Heavy Machinery, Nico Bogajic and Tucker Knight. I don't know who those guys are either. The Authors of Pain, which are the Paul Ellering's boys, Noe Jose and Rich Swann, Bin Wang and Ho Ho Loon.
That's Ho Wang.
Ho Wang.
Big Wang.
Ho Wang.
Big Wang with the hose.
The whole Lang. Lindsay Dorado and Mustafa Ali and Austin Aries and Roderick Strong.
Wow.
Revival all day.
I'm going for Ho Wang.
Yeah.
Just to hear that.
So you're telling me that Alexander and the other guys they doing Raw and they doing NXT? Huh?
Yeah. The CWC guys are doing both, but unlike on Raw, they're just part of the roster in NXT.
So yeah, okay, I hear what you're saying. And speaking of the cruiserweights, it seemed like they're gonna sign Tony Nese, man, because they gave him a win on Monday. He returned and
he already has his own profile on the WWE website.
Yeah,
he's really good, man.
Yeah, he is. He really is good.
No, but you ever see his full potential? Like on the Cruiserweight Classic, he had a great match. I forgot who it was with. I think it was with Brian Kendrick. Great match, man.
Yeah,
really good.
I like that dude.
Mikey Whipwreck trains them good, man.
Oh, Mikey Whipwreck trains them?
Yeah, Mikey Whipwreck trained. Here's the list of the big names he's trained: Trent Beretta, Jay Lethal, Amazing Red, Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder, Anthony Nese.
Wow.
He's a
damn. I really do like Anthony Nese. He's so muscular, but yeah, he's so agile and just does crazy shit.
Yeah. I feel you.
He's so muscular.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
No, bro. Like the moves he do is something that a big muscular guy should not be doing. Let's just say that.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's really good. I enjoy him a lot.
There is.
We do. Well, we have to make our predictions for No Mercy, no?
Do we?
Oh,
yeah, it's really quick. I mean, we always do.
Okay, we're gonna be doing a prediction every week's the problem with the draft.
You're preaching to the choir. I know.
Oh my God! What the hell just happened?
This every 2 weeks. It's gotta stop.
Okay, so I just went to Wikipedia to look at the card, and Wikipedia decided to troll me real quick. Anyways. So like for example, they right now have Kane versus Bella Swan and The Miz versus all the Spirit Squad. Whatever.
What? What did you say?
Like I said,
that's what Wikipedia's telling you.
That's what Wikipedia is. That's not real. No.
Okay, I have the card.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the card now. I usually go to Wiki because Wiki's easier to use than WWE's website.
Oh God, this card is.
Wiki?
Yeah, I think
Wiki, Wang.
Big Wang with the hoe.
I mean, how the old Biggie Wang.
Ho Wang.
Accompanied by Ho Ho. Big Wang.
If people start chanting Big Wang or some shit.
All right, so here is your No Mercy card.
Just them chanting Wang is funny. Wang, Wang, Wang.
Wang ho.
Ho.
Good.
Anyway, lightning round, No Mercy. Starting from the bottom, now we hear Nikki Bella versus Carmella. Who you got?
I like that. Nikki Bella versus Carmella. It rhymes. Nikki Bella.
Yeah, I think she's finally gonna get the nod.
Yeah. She's been.
I hope Carmelo does, but whatever.
I'm also going with Carmella. Then going to the other women's match, we have women's championship Becky versus Alexa. Who you got?
This is gonna be good, but Becky Lynch for sure.
Yeah, Becky Lynch.
Becky.
I hope it's Becky. Yeah, I hope it's Becky. I like the other girl, but Becky just won the title. You got to put her over, and you got to put her up on the same pedestal as Sasha and
Charlotte.
SmackDown.
You got to do that, man.
SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Heath Slater and Rhino, the Beauty and the Man Beast versus the Usos. Who you got?
That's a tough one, man.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna go with the Beauty and the Man Beast, even though that's a horrible name. They just got the belts. I can't see them losing it, but I also the Usos against Rhino and Zack Ryder.
Rhino and Zack Ryder.
Heath Slater.
Jeez.
Rhino and Slater just won, so I don't. But the Usos, they're kind of doing something with them, so it's a little. I don't know. I'm going with the Usos. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably go for the Usos, just for the fact that, especially that they beat up the Alphas today. So yeah.
I'm also going with the Usos in this match. Byron.
Right now, I'm not feeling the Usos because they're not matching. I just don't like the way they're wearing different gears, and it's just throwing me off on their character and shit. I like that they're heels, but I'm not feeling the gear at all. So I'm just gonna go with whoever else is in that ring.
Next
so
we
you're
have
going with the Usos because of their gear.
Yeah, it's not
because they don't wear matching bandanas.
Yeah, when they were the Usos,
winning the match.
The thing is, I would actually pay attention to them because they look like a tag team. Now they just started to look like when they first arrived in WWE when nobody gave a shit about them. I don't know if you remember when they first came to the WWE. That's what they looked like.
Yeah. I remember.
Moving on, we also have the Viper versus the Eater of Worlds, Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. Who you got?
Randy Orton.
I'm gonna actually come out and say I think Bray might take it. Yeah.
I hope, but I don't.
Yeah, I hope so too. But Randy's not going to lose 2 pay-per-views in a row.
Exactly. He just lost that big pay-per-view to Rock. He needs a victory right now, and I hate that because of they need to give one to Bray Wyatt also.
Yeah, I don't remember the last.
Unless Luke Harper comes out there or something. But one-on-one, Randy Orton.
I do not remember the last time Bray Wyatt's won a match, so I'm going to go with Randy Orton.
All right.
And finally, main event time.
No, not finally. You have the Intercontinental title match.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, Intercontinental Championship. The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. Championship versus career. Who you got?
The Miz.
Yeah, The Miz.
You don't think The Miz?
No,
I think they're gonna surprise us with Dolph Ziggler.
Please don't.
To be honest with you.
I don't know. It's weird because Dolph obviously has to win this match. But if the rumors are true that he's going to take time off or maybe even leave, I don't know. But
no, just let him take some time off, man. I don't need to see him anymore at this point. He needs to go away for a while.
Actually, I'm changing. I'm going with Ziggler because I don't know.
I mean,
they can't lose. SmackDown cannot afford to lose someone right now.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, but what he's not making any difference.
Yeah, but for that roster, they need something.
That's why they got Kurt Hawkins.
That's
yeah, that's his replacement.
Yeah, by the way, whatever match he has, he's going to win on Sunday.
He ends up losing to Kurt Angle. Who knows?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm going with The Miz in that match, actually.
I'm going with The Miz too. I'm going with The Miz also.
No.
There's no way you're going to have this guy. He's way too over right now.
I really, on this one, I don't know.
Not over with the crowd, but he's the guy right now, if you think about it, on SmackDown. Him, AJ, and
The Miz.
Cena, and who else? Ambrose. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, Miz is part of the big...
Orton. He's over... He's way better than Orton at this point.
I would say Miz is in the top 5 when it comes to SmackDown right now.
Yes, because that's an easy top 5.
Well, you could argue, is it Ziggler in the 5th? Is it Bray Wyatt in the 5th? Hell, I would say Miz might be in the 4th spot over Orton, so...
Yeah.
No, he is. I'm sorry. I agree with Sean at that point. He is. He's...
Oh, he's the Intercontinental Champion, so yeah.
Yeah. And finally, we have the World Championship match, AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, and John Cena. Who you got?
I got AJ Styles. I got AJ Styles because AJ Styles is the man, and I hope he keeps it. So I'm going with AJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with AJ too. Even though I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they're gonna give it to John Cena, but I think AJ's gonna do it.
What an endorsement!
Yeah, I'm pretty much saying exactly what Joey said. Everything he said, I'm saying.
I'm going with stylish Alan Jones.
We don't know the Ambrose ain't winning.
Just ask Austin. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll find out who was right and who was wrong next week on Roundtable Wrestling Radio. The man who sits on the floor cannot possibly fall out of bed.
What that mouth do?